7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. Wait for it. Thick and slick. Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings here, and new sponsor for 2021, Premier Custom Trailers, everybody.
Hey.
We're getting a custom trailer for the 2021 race season. We already got the new bike. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that video out. Brand new 2021. How do you say it? Because you guys always make fun of me. Yamaha.
Are you guys gonna do the vet series together?
We're doing the vet series?
Who's we?
You guys.
Oh no, he's getting a pro card.
Listen, if you guys are all on this
I
pro
want
card
25.
thing,
Everyone's on this pro card
He's
team.
doing
okay, I'll do it if I get financial support. That's it.
Well, he's
Rusty.
raffling his bike off, so.
Rusty? Yeah, he's not right.
I
Actually,
don't
he's
know if
done
I'm gonna
riding,
do that.
so.
Hey, actually go to Facebook and if you want.
We're way off
Hey,
track already.
$100 a spot, we'll get you a Rockstar Edition 450. Add me on Facebook.
Oh, is that what it is? $100 a spot?
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it, see if I can win it.
There you go.
See? There'd be some shit.
You got a Honda, Yamaha, and a
Husky. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, buy in.
We'll see. Anyway, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. I went back through this week. I counted. This is our 5th season of doing this, and this is show number 150 we have done. Now, that's not counting interviews, but for all the major actual Moto Aftermath shows, show number 150. So let's just clap it up. Justin, we made it to 150, buddy.
Yeah, you guys can clap. I wasn't allowed.
Cole, you've been here
Cole's been
for
a part of, what,
30 or 40 of them. I mean, you've probably been here since, like,
Yeah, I mean, you started back in.
you were all last year.
I mean, yeah, I just thought it was a cool idea to come do, and I was accepted, and here I am.
He's flying the coattails, baby.
I'm riding coattails.
Hey, he's trying to get more involved here. So
Trying
we're
to get
testing
more
him out.
involved, but Travis won't let me.
We're testing him
He's
out.
the new attic guy.
Okay, so make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. We have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. You're Twitter tweeting
Yeah.
every day, and you find some gold nuggets on Twitter and then post them everywhere else too. But you do find some gold nuggets. We had the Jet Lawrence Yamaha jersey debacle. You had the Jet versus Cooper dog thing.
I think that was at the Red Bull shoot, too.
Yes, it
Hey,
was.
I'm just trying to prove my worth to you, but apparently it isn't working.
Hey, you've got one more. You're on your final test here,
Alright.
and then you're gonna prove the worth.
And I'm gonna knock it out of the park.
Hey, yeah,
I'm gonna,
knock it out
I'm
of the
gonna spell
park.
Pro Circuit right.
Pro
So
circuit wrong.
He did.
I did.
How'd you spell it?
Like Kirkit or something.
I don't remember. I think actually.
Oh, he spelled his circuit without the U.
Yeah, I did. On the thumbnail.
I was wondering why you were talking about the whole Walker thing.
Yeah, it was on the thumbnail. It was stupid.
Oh.
Anyway,
And an old picture.
so anyway,
Yeah.
so if you guys want some more content, we have actually got a full podcast set up. I know it doesn't look like it right now because, let's be honest, when I remembered that we were doing this on Saturday, as I was working all day Saturday too, I forgot I didn't have a table to set all this up on. Plus, I don't know how to hook the microphones up to the camera yet, so that we can link it all together. So anyway, but
progress.
I was gonna say when we wrap up Houston 1, we will have that full setup going. But for right now, and as you guys have known because we've had the podcast going too here, we do have a full-blown actual podcast going. You'll be able to find this in podcast form on iTunes and SoundCloud. We have interviews we do, which I'm hoping this year to be a lot more. We have a John Gruey interview on deck here. For those of you who don't know, John Gruey is a Michigan legend of the vet classes.
Yeah, he's a local legend, man.
Absolute legend slayer. Cole is going to be doing the video work for that, so
If
let
it
us
sucks,
let us
let
know
me
how
know.
that goes in the comments on that when it comes up. I'm going to be doing another interview with Kevin Moranz this week to talk about his fully laid out 2021 plan for Supercross, Motocross, etc. here, because he does finally have everything finalized. Also, speaking of our sponsored rider, friend of the show, Kevin Moranz, He is going to be on every episode, starting with the Houston 1 wrap-up show, giving us a track analysis from someone who is riding the track. So no longer will you have a track analysis just from us dickheads sitting here saying, well, that looked easy. I don't know why that wasn't easy. We are going to have boots on the ground, a man behind some goggles, behind the bars, actually putting in laps on these tracks, so we will know what obstacles are difficult, what wasn't, how the tracks broke down, what he thought of them, what the talk in the pits was, all that good stuff.
Yeah, that'll be cool just because I always see like lines and stuff. I'm like, well, you know, Stu would have done it. Like,
Stu would have done it. He
yeah, so I could be like, hey, you know what's the deal there?
Well, that's going to be interesting too, because in that perspective from, I'd imagine, 250 East and when he does the 450 class.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, so we will have him on doing that as our track reporter. Also, we will be having on the podcast series only our fantasy podcast for our fantasy Supercross and Motocross.
Oh, yeah.
What should we call it?
I don't know, but we got to come up with something good. So anyway.
Fantasy fuck-offs?
FFO. So anyway, so we will be doing that. We are doing the fantasy series. We are finalizing prizes today. We are going to definitely have 3 really good prizes for the top 3. I don't know if we're going to go beyond that. Like I said, we're going to finalize talking about that after we film this show, or maybe while we're filming the show, who knows. But anyway, make sure, like I said, to go follow the podcast, because the fantasy podcast shows, which will probably go up every Wednesday or Thursday, depending upon when the point structure actually comes out, or the handicaps for all the riders, will only go up on the podcast network. We will not have that as a YouTube show. So, getting into show 150 here. We are here, back again, season 5.
Boys, we're a little over a month away.
450 preview.
We're talking about this for a while now.
Dude, insert that Villapoto gif.
Yep, we are going to run through the teams just like we have since the beginning, since that first year when I wore that fucking
Stupid,
helmet, which I still have.
Did in the back of where you
Hang
wore
on,
it.
what? You wore a helmet?
Yeah, man, I
We
wore
did
my
this.
Ronnie
Yeah,
Mack
man, you'll have to
helmet.
go back and watch.
Yeah, you'll have to go back. The original
We had a
OG
whiteboard.
show
This
had a
before we left for
whiteboard.
California.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're gonna run through the teams. We're gonna start with some outliers on some little single-man teams, and then we're just going to work our way through the factory teams. If you don't want to watch the entire show, you have just specific teams you want to hear our thoughts on, feel free. The next couple days, we'll be uploading the individual teams, just like I've been doing with the shows, where I kind of break it down into pieces. And we'll be doing that throughout the year, too, with the 250s, the 450s, and the track report. So if you don't want to listen to the whole show all the way through, again, you can do that. So let's get started, boys. Do you guys want to start with Brayton or Party Money?
Well, can we say something first, though?
Nope.
We're gonna do it
Absolutely
anyway.
not.
We're gonna do it anyway.
Hey, look at me. This is my ship now.
Jesus Christ.
Control freak. Listen to this.
I know. I've been dealing with it
Name
for
that
3 years.
movie. Name that movie in the comments. First person to do it gets a T-shirt.
So,
Wow.
wow, that's a
See that? We're
what-
giving it away
is it just
already.
any T-shirt or just
Just
one of
threw-
your T-shirts?
What?
One of your T-shirts or any?
I'm gonna go in the closet. Just pick. No, I'm totally kidding. We're giving away a Moto
It's just a
Aftermath,
white shirt.
a Moto Aftermath or TLR Coatings T-shirt. First person in the comments to name that movie.
So, anyways, before
What
we
would
get into
you
this, can we, and we've talked about it enough on the group chat, you know, every year we say this is the most stacked field ever, most stacked field ever.
Oh, dude, I got a list right
And I think that we can go back some years, and maybe 2005, some of the early 90s, that there was more guys capable of winning compared to this year. But if you look at just overall accomplishments from all these guys, whether it be championships, main wins, top 5, top 10 in points, and not just even on 450s, 250s, can we all agree that this is the most stacked season ever as far as guys that have accomplished something?
Yeah, look at this list if you want to
Oh, I know.
I would totally agree, because let's face it, we've said this every year.
But this year I
we
think it's
have
different.
not every year had 23 basically factory dudes
Well,
going to the line.
we also can say, and I can say this with certainty, until guys start getting hurt or until, bless somebody bikes grenade in the LCQ, this will be the first time ever that no, and I know we use privateer loosely, no actual privateer will be making mains. And that means for guys like Cunningham, Norin, Enticknap, A-Ray.
You're gonna crucify me for saying this, but Anstey's on the bubble.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
We'll get into that. Anyways, my point is that you're with 23, you're gonna have a weekend where one factory guy is not making
Rough
main.
count, there are 16 dudes that have won titles.
Overall, yeah, for 250, 450, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that in itself is like Bowers. Bowers won't be making mains. That'll be weird to see him not making mains.
Yep.
So, like when we say most stacked ever, this is legit the most stacked season we've ever had.
And so far, knock on wood, we've only had one injury, but it's going to be an injury where that guy's still going to be back on the line.
And we don't even have Baggett and Hill. So if you put Baggett and Hill in there,
We don't even know about Hill yet.
Which is 17 and 18.
I mean,
time-wise.
Hill might just show up. You never know.
Yeah.
maybe
Anyway,
it's gonna be a wild season.
I mean,
Yes.
I heard that Jeremy Martin put his, Star Yamaha on the back of his Ford Ranger and drove 10 hours to Cortez, Colorado to ride with a certain someone for a week. So
He's also
I also
Carson
saw that.
Mumford just recently.
I know,
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
saw
I saw
that
that.
too the other
I
day.
watched
So
it,
anyway, okay, get into 450s here. Brayton or Party Marty? Where do you guys want to start?
Party Marty. Well, they're both on teams, so guess
I know they're both on teams. I'm just saying, but they're basically a single man team as far as this goes.
Yeah, I mean,
As far as we know right now.
Well,
'Cause-
Party Marty still got Tedder because it's a Tedder team.
it's a factory.
So Braden's technically
Yeah.
the only load for it.
Y'all-
So we go with
y'all set?
Braden.
You want to take a nap?
Yeah.
For this
We
first
go with
part,
Brayton.
and bring you in for the real factory boys, or what?
Who are the real factory boys?
I mean,
All right. Anyway.
Oh, this factory guy who has no ride. Geico Honda. See ya.
look, this is vintage now, okay?
By the way, speaking of Geico, before we get into it, we're so off topic. In Troll's new video, they were at the Nest, and the Geico rig was still parked there.
Oh, yeah.
And Brian Perry goes, speaking of dead things.
Yeah, it's funny.
Grundle got the semi back and got a bunch of the old race bikes back. And stuff.
FYI, when I went to buy my Yamaha, I wore a Geico Honda jacket.
Kind of like when you wore a Geico shirt when we interviewed Mitchell.
Yes,
Well, you need to quit that.
I gotta buy some new stuff.
Why
Yeah,
do you
you
have
know.
so much Geico shit?
I love Geico. I'm a Honda guy.
All right, anyway,
Yeah.
Brayden. Let's start off with Brayden. We're getting
Okay.
way too off track.
Brayton, Penrite Honda.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also confirmed, half-ass confirmed, he's going to be in a high-end fly goggle.
Oh, really?
If anybody cares, but
That's interesting.
Yeah, not really.
yeah, Fly has a
not
high-end
switching.
goggle out. Supposedly, they've been dropping some rumors about it, and I think Brayton's going to be the guy that's going to be in it. So,
Interesting.
All right.
Okay.
So what do you think of Brayden? Go ahead.
man, it's last year I really didn't think Brayton was going to be as good as he was, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Just because of the age thing. Everybody likes to beat the dead horse on the age thing, and
Yep.
and it's a relevant factor in our sport.
It
Let's
is.
just be real. So I didn't really think he was going to be as good as he was, but he was consistently in the top 10, man.
Mhm.
And the thing about Brayton is, you watch him in practice, he's like always the first guy to uncork a section. Like
Yep.
that dude is good. He's an animal, and with as stacked as this year is, I still think you're going to see some of the rookie guys fade out, and Brayton's still going to be there. So I think he's still going to sneak some top 10s in, probably after we get a couple rounds in. We know there's going to be injuries. We know stuff's going to happen. I think, the first 2 rounds or so, he's going to be outside the top 10, but he'll be close. And I think that's where his experience will come in. He will be able to outsmart some of the other guys that are in the field, and he can use the age to his advantage, I guess. And I gotta imagine he's got some pull at Honda still, so he's gonna be out.
Oh, they're
there
probably.
playing.
Well, I mean, we know that the Penrite bike is good to begin with.
Yes.
So the bike. The thing that's gonna be interesting to me is with him not doing all these preseason races this year, because we always thought like, hey, he's gonna come in, he's gonna be ready, he's gonna be in form, and then he kind of, especially with his age, he kind of starts fading off because his body just starts wearing down. So he's not gonna have that. The only thing that worries me with Brayton, and once again the age thing, the quick turnarounds in between each races.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that worries me, especially like say he just, say he tweaks a knee, in a main or whatever, just has a small get off. He's not going to recover quick enough. That Tuesday to Saturday will be fine, but the Saturday to Tuesday, since now we know it's pretty much like that's the whole year other than Salt Lake and Daytona, that's the only thing that worries me a little bit with Brayton, because we know his speed's going to be there, and I do agree, you're going to see some of these guys, that are prone to injuries, or, they're just the rookies not making it through the whole entire season, but I think that Brayton can be another top 10 guy, but the quick turnaround is the only thing that worries me a little bit with him. And especially like this is also going to be different for him because he's one of the few guys that, he's had a family for a long time and he's used to things being a certain way. is his family going to be with him for every race? Is he not? Like, that also can mess with you mentally, like not seeing your kids, not seeing your wife. So I just think that he can be a top 10 guy, but he might be dealing with some more things than some of the other guys with just the quick turnarounds and not being able to go back home.
And I think with his age and stuff, he's going to be, and he just seems like a really smart, put together guy.
Yeah.
And very calculated with everything he does.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to be able to adapt.
Yeah, I agree.
And be fine. I think it's just going to be like any other season for Brayton.
Okay.
Cheese pizza. Not good, but not great.
I
Some
mean,
people would beg to differ. Some people say cheese pizza is the best.
Oh, I forgot we had a pizza expert.
We're not talking about pizza until Pizza Patrol wants to come on board to the show. Okay.
Okay, anyway, you're right. All right.
So why don't you go ahead and talk to Tim later today and be like, hey, bro, we're looking for sponsors.
We're just gonna block everything that has to do with pizza.
Tell them we'll put a translucent Pizza Patrol logo over the whole screen while we film.
It's just right there.
No, just like I'll put it in post production.
There's plenty of room for sponsors out here. You know?
Nah, dude, I'm not selling on the banner. That's too much work. If you want to buy a new banner, you can buy a new banner.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're just putting logos in the corners of the
We're going to
video.
be sponsoring Justin Starling soon, so we're going to put that.
Is that a thing?
No, but he is looking for sponsors. Anyways, what's your thing on Brayton?
Okay, so
God, we got off track quickly.
yeah, we do. We're great at
Jesus
this.
Christ.
This could be a 5-hour show. So
Like 2-year-olds.
So number one, as far as his wife goes and not seeing the kids and stuff, I think that he has good enough home life that that's gonna be handled. No problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem there. He's not gonna be like, say, a certain guy with a number 1 plate this year whose chick might be a little mentally unstable. No one's really sure. But hey,
Hang on, what?
I'm just saying.
I need to be filled in on this.
Yeah, let's go.
So anyway, he doesn't have that problem. That home life is solid.
Okay.
So we're good on that.
Okay.
Now, he's not going to come in mid-season form, so I'm not sure we're going to get that spectacular Brayton we see sometimes at the beginning of the season because he's mid-season and everyone else is still figuring shit out.
Yep.
Because obviously we didn't have any Australia races, all that kind of shit. So I don't think we're going to see that. But I think we're going to see a consistently, just like you said, kind of cheese pizza level guy all year. But with that being said, and as deep as the field is, I see him, unless we get a bunch of injuries, more of a 10 to 15th place guy this year.
I agree.
With sneaking stuff in.
So is 10th
here
like
and
the
there.
ceiling for you guys with him? Like 10th?
I agree.
Like
As long
solid
as
10th?
everyone's healthy,
But like
yes.
10th though is like the best you could see.
As
him.
long as everyone's
Okay.
healthy,
I
yes.
agree with that because
Okay.
then you throw in Mookie, you throw in Sexton now.
You got French.
Now, don't get me wrong. It wouldn't surprise me either to see him do something crazy like win a heat race
I
or
can-
something
yep.
because you get these one-line tracks and he's on a Honda.
Another Daytona
He gets starts. I mean, I said, dude, that'd be like, who knows what's gonna happen now? Anyway, but yeah, so we know he can get starts. He's gonna be on the Honda. Obviously, Honda's probably still backdooring in parts because let's face it,
Brakes.
it's Justin Brayton.
Yep. Pegs.
But that's where I see him. Now let's move on to Party Mark.
Dark horse.
You know.
Dark horse.
Yeah, you know.
Marty could come out and lead
Woo!
15 minutes of the opening
I'm just
round.
not sold that he won't tuck the front wheel or just wad his shit at some point.
He's
Yes,
gonna do it all year.
But we also got to admit though, at the end of the season, he got some of that stuff figured out. Like he still had his moments. I was talking about before the quarantine races.
How many times do you think him and Barr should get into it?
Well, I don't know. Are they still beefing?
I don't know.
How
I don't
many
think so,
people?
actually.
We'll get into Barsha, but how many people do you think over under get into Barsha? Period.
Maybe he's a newfound man.
How many?
I
We're
don't
talking
think
about this
so.
every
I
year.
How
think
many guys can sign up for a race?
we'll get into what I think about.
Every one of them,
Every
Ron
one.
Bell included.
Yes.
Can you pass anybody without hitting anybody this year?
What about
Ah,
I'm taking you off the track and
2020.
around you?
Well, off topic again, but dude, it was an impressive takeout on Marty for Barsha. Like
Yes.
you don't just get cross jump like that. Dart across the track, slide your ass end into his front wheel, put him down. Like that's good.
And it's crazy too because like that was Atlanta, right? When that happened. What race was that?
No,
that was
not
out west.
Atlanta.
though, but-
Okay.
Do you think he has people out to his track just to practice takeouts?
Barsha?
Just, yeah, like just call up random dudes, be like,
No,
"Hey, I'll
he
give you
probably-
$100 to come ride with
Probably
me
just
today."
finds the slowest dude and just tease him.
just so I can take you out.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're way off
He's been
topic.
bouncing off Mosman the whole entire time.
And we keep
Yeah,
we keep getting people that aren't coming on the show now. So anyway,
But yeah, Davalos, man,
Dark horse for me.
Yeah, he's a dark horse for me too. I think he's gonna have those flashes of brilliance, and I think he's gonna be. Do you dare say he takes Baggett's spot?
Nah.
I don't
Is
think he can-
is his ceiling as high as Baggett?
I don't think he can win a race like Baggett, but I sure as hell can see if he puts it all. And I know this is Marty, but he puts it all together for 20+1. I think that he can podium. Now I'm not saying he does that consistently, but we know, like I said, Atlanta. Look what he was doing in Atlanta before. What was it? The last lap that
He just
Eli got
fell
around.
apart,
Yeah, because he just faded because he wasn't used to that. But he ran what, second for 18, 19 minutes, and I think he can do that again. Now, yes, it takes a perfect race from him to do it because he is prone to tucking that front end or going down in the whoops. But I see him more often than not being in that top 10. I think that he is just that good. He's got another year on that KTM. I don't know if Tedder has any different sponsors, so I don't know about that. So I don't know if the bike's getting any updates, but we know that bike's good. Mm-hmm. It's got a good motor in it. So I think that when you see Marty at his best, I think he's going to be in the top 10 all the time. I just think his speed is there.
O'Neal gear.
I don't think I agree with that.
Top 10 all the time? Really?
No.
Why
Man,
not?
it's
He's
just so
way
tough, man.
too I think he's got the speed that he could do it, but I don't see the consistency.
Well, that's what I mean as far as like when he's in the top 10 is when he's
Like,
putting it
is
together.
he going to get starts and run top 10 most races for at least a while? Yeah, sure, no problem. Is he going to finish there? It's another story.
I mean, the hard
This is
thing
party
is,
Marty we're
the hard
talking
thing is this year once again is so entirely stacked.
He
so
likes to party in the brown.
I agree with you,
Chris
Travis.
Brown?
Like I'm completely sold on his speed and talent,
Yeah.
but I am not sold on him putting it together.
Nope.
No, and that's why I say that I think that if he's on it, he'll be in the top 10. But his days that he's off, yeah, he's going to be outside the top 10 because this is the only year that I can think of where a guy like him, if he starts 17th, the best he might get is 13th.
Right.
He's not going to move forward, and that goes for everybody in the
That
class.
goes for everyone.
It doesn't matter if your name's Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac, Adamson Searle. Like you're not coming from dead last.
Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb's coming through the
Well,
pack.
Cooper because of his race IQ, but I'm saying as far as just speed, you're not going to come through the pack like that and make it to the front. It's not going to happen.
We'll get to that when we get to some of these other guys who just rattled off.
I just don't see it.
I've been watching a lot of races from last year. I've been real bored.
Okay. Anyways, I don't know what that's relevant to, but
Just saying.
I can't wait to hear.
Anything
Oh,
else?
I already
Anything
know.
else about Party Marty
No.
or Brayton here?
Here's another outlier.
Oh boy. It's not on my
And
list, so it
Good
doesn't
friend.
count.
he's not on your list, but this
James
dude is
Weeks.
a massive question mark.
James Weeks.
Who?
James Weeks.
Yeah, he's putting in the main dude.
It'd be amazing if he made it.
Dude, what?
AJ Catanzaro?
No, the
I don't
giant
care.
question mark that you guys don't even want to talk about, but I think he needs to be talked about
I
just
don't know
because
who-
of his talent
I don't know
level.
who he's
boy.
talking about right now.
Justin Hill.
Oh
Oh.
my
Come
god.
on, are you kidding me?
Hill is lost.
Well, we're
in-
talking about Hill. Were we talking about Baggett though?
Hill is in Hills Have Eyes.
Hill
3.
has been spotted riding though. That's the difference.
But see-
Baggett's just MIA. completely.
Is Hill gonna? But the thing is though, do you really believe that Hill is that motivated to put his own money out there and go racing?
I don't
I mean,
know,
we talk
man.
about-
He's obviously
Stop
he's,
it.
Shut up.
He's obviously packed his shit and went from Oregon to North Carolina with his own bike, has suspension on it. He obviously put some money into that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be getting free rent from his brother, but
I mean, if you're gonna tell me that Hill is just staying ready to just in case somebody gets hurt and they give him a fill-in ride, then we could talk about it. But the thing is, I have a hard time believing the guy that we always talk about, is he motivated enough when he has a ride? But yeah, if you're going to tell me that he's going to go racing, then he's definitely in the conversation. But where is he going to go, though? Like, where do you put him now?
like he was riding that Honda, and then some videos have come up of him on a Husqvarna.
That depends. How many times is he punching the wall?
Quite a bit, probably.
Because if he kicks it at least twice, he's probably getting in the top 10.
So, I mean, he's got to have a little bit of money coming in. He signed a gear deal with O'Neal. Like, what are they going to pay him to do? Be like Buttery Films, or are they going to pay him to get results?
Gotta hope not.
So, he's just a giant question mark, but he's been riding. He has the talent. I don't care how little he trains. I think he can make a main.
I
Well,
don't
those
care
are all
about him,
talent.
so...
What's up?
I said, I don't care about him, so...
Oh, Jesus.
Why?
Travis has always hated Hill. Even when the year he won the 250 title.
He's worthless. He won the 250 title. Yep, congratulations.
Man,
Good
it
job.
would be awesome for him to. I think the best way for him to do, which way for him to go. Wow, that was dumb.
Wow, good job. I know grammar.
His claim to fame was him punching the wall last year.
Dude, he showed up at Tampa like Tampa Hill, but Anderson took him out and all the big dogs out in his way. Don't tell me he wasn't riding good until Salt Lake happened.
Actually, you know what's funny?
That was
Because
because they were letting him kick the wall.
I went back and looked at like the
all
points.
kicking the wall.
I went back and looked at the points though, and more often than not though, like Hill was in the top 10
That's what I'm saying.
last year, almost
Yeah.
every race.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, so my thing is I don't know how to comment on that because I don't know if he's going racing. If you could tell me for certain that he's going to go racing, then I'm saying he's probably going to do just as good because of his talent alone. But once again, though, it goes back to, is he going to be motivated enough if he is going to race the whole season?
So do you think him being on his own, having a child, a couple other life changes,
Yeah,
Oh, he had a kid
motivates
too,
him?
huh?
I forgot about that.
Weird.
Do you think that? What'd you say?
What?
He's like weird. What? Everybody's having kids.
Let's
these days
just
in the
put
sport.
up a big wall on this guy about
Yeah, he
Justin
doesn't
Hill.
care,
We
man.
can talk about
Yeah.
Justin Hill.
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
Look, I like Justin.
Hey.
I think.
I'm the captain now.
Oh,
Dude.
Look,
Is that Star Trek?
No.
I like him. I really do. I've always liked him. Travis knows this. I advocated for him this whole entire time.
Everyone likes a loser once in a while. It's fine.
God, you're a dick.
All
Yes.
in the mornings.
If Hill is racing, I think that he would be a top 10 guy again. Because that's the thing. We know with the 450 class, it doesn't take a lot to get a competitive bike out there. But I just don't know if he's racing.
So
So
take a note here. Hold on a second. I'm going to keep track of how many top 10 guys we have and how many winners we have. So top 10, we've had.
well, I got
1, 2,
Martine.
3
Brayton,
already.
I am uncertain about. So I got one so far. But Hill, we don't know if he's racing. So
Hill's just a giant question mark, man. It's like,
Well, don't worry. We filled 3 of the top 10
But,
spots.
unlike
We're
Baggett-
on the first group.
unlike Baggett.
Oh boy, here we go.
the Baggett's going to take over his dad's company. So
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, apparently.
he's a smart dude. Apparently, I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't know that. I thought he was dumb.
Hill is at least we've had some sign of life.
Yes.
Sure.
We don't even know if Baggett could be floating in the middle of the Gulf for all we know.
Cool. Think he just sold everything, bought a boat, and just said.
No, I'm just
No.
saying. No, like the cartel got him. He's floating.
Well, that could be too. I mean, maybe he owed them money. Who knows?
I don't know, man.
Anyways,
but-
Can we?
So I don't know. That's all I have to say about Hill. Like just to bring this around and end it. If he is racing, whatever the hell he's doing,
I mean, let me ask you this: how strange is it if someone were to see you riding a dirt bike?
what?
What?
Let me ask you this, okay?
Yeah.
You like to ride dirt bikes.
Yeah.
So how
I
weird would
understand
it be if I saw you ride a dirt bike?
Are you moving across the country?
If you took a trip down
Was
to
he on a
Monster
super? Here's the
Mountain?
question: was he on a Supercross track?
Yes.
Okay, then that's different. Because he was riding an auto track, as condescending as Travis is being right now, I get what he's saying.
I get what he's saying too.
But if he's on a Supercross track, then yes, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
If he was just riding an outdoor track at club or whatever, it'd be like, well, he's just riding.
They built a Supercross track on their property in Oregon. Why would you build a Supercross track if you're not trying to prep for
The track is
Supercross?
sick.
I would like to
It
do a
is sick.
Supercross track on my.
They have an outdoor track there. Why ain't he riding that? He's
I would
riding
like
on
to
something.
And that outdoor
Supercross
track
track
is
here.
sick too.
It is. Sick with 2Ks.
If I could just ride Supercross. instead of outdoors, that'd be all right.
S-I-K-K-K-K. Anyways,
My point
I'd like
being,
to not ride outdoors. Period. Just ride
God, you're
Supercross.
such a dick!
my point being,
Just
Travis.
saying. It's way easier.
Joe Rogan.
My point being, again, just to say it again, there's signs of a little bit of effort. He builds a Supercross track. He goes and gets his own bike, gets Supercross suspension put on his own bike, and then goes from Oregon to North Carolina, across the whole damn country, takes the bike with him. Don't know if he drove, got the bike shipped, or whatever. There's still effort there.
Gmar drove a third of the way across the country.
Okay.
Can we move on? Can we really move on? I know what you're saying.
We're just not-
I want to see him race because I want to see more
Whatever,
parity.
whatever.
I want to see more parity.
I'm just not getting over the hill with you.
Wow, nice pun.
I'm not. I can't just go hide out in the hills, man. I have shit to do. So.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, so we'll take a quick break here from this first section. We'll come back with
Hap Suzuki.
Hap Suzuki and MCR for our next section.
Woo!
Woo!
He's getting hap.
Okay. You guys want to start with MCR or Hap?
Hap.
Hap. That was
H-A-P.
weird.
Okay.
All right. Hap Suzuki.
Can we start talking about? Can we just talk about the guy that we really shouldn't even be talking about? That's Entic now.
You want to talk about 7 Deuce Deuce?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we're talking about him because he's not going to make.
Oh,
one
I didn't put
main
his
this
number plate up. Never mind.
year. He's not going to make one main this year.
I don't think so either.
All right,
All right, we're
does
over
he
it.
qualify for the night show?
Yeah.
God, I hope so.
If he doesn't make top 40, that's gonna be real sad.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
I
Real
think-
question is how many more spots ahead is Rod Bell going to be from him?
I
10.
don't know. A lot.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding.
Wait,
I don't see the Rod Bell Supercross skill. I like Rod Bell, but
I just
Was
want to
it-
know what
Was it him or was it Smith that was riding with Catanzaro?
Rod Bell because they're teammates.
Yeah, he didn't.
It's
look
Rod
great.
Bell, Catanzaro, and
he doesn't look
somebody
great.
else.
something about Catanzaro just makes me want
I
to
don't like
smack
him.
it.
I don't like him anymore. The real question is, what is that
He didn't
next
act too
group?
bad,
What's
it
that? Of
pissed
course
me
you
off.
did. I told you. What's that next group going to be like of all the guys not making mains? Because now we got to realize there's going to be a group of that every week.
That Paul MX
Fantasy.
LCQ
Is it going to be
challenge.
Cunningham, A-Ray, Ensignap, Bowers, like Noren? Is that going to be like the group? Starling?
Is Bowers going to stay doing this, or is he going to go back to Arena Cross?
Can he actually drop down to the 250 class again?
I don't think so.
See, that's another whole off-topic thing that we can get onto.
I think he should be able to.
I think you should be able to too. Look at Nathan Ramsey back in the day. He was a factory Honda racer.
We don't have this much time.
Won races. This is like 2002.
I'm just saying, we don't have this much time to go into this because this is a huge
Okay,
topic.
point I'm making is Nathan Ramsey did it and nobody shit on his chest.
Yeah.
Literally. Maybe his wife did, but...
Shit.
Weird.
Anyways, let's talk about Hartraft, because we're going to talk about Ensignap.
Is he going to make mains?
Yes.
Hard track?
Okay.
Yes.
He's just a big question mark for me.
I think he will
Is he
make
going to be on the
mains.
bubble?
Yes.
Okay.
I think
great.
you will see
We're
him
all
in the
on the same page
LCQ.
then.
I think you'll see him. He'll be one of those 4 guys in the LCQ every weekend. Which, by the way, how great are those races going to be?
LCQs?
Oh,
God.
man.
Oh my God!
Awesome.
Because that's the thing. You're going to have 2 guys that are going to be on the bubble for 4th and 5th every weekend, but they're going to be factory dudes.
Yes.
So say it's like Hartraft and Bloss battling every weekend, or that's no disrespect to Benny, but you get my point. Like
Yeah,
that's
let's keep the Benny hate on the
well, he doesn't like Benny anymore. He's never picking him for fantasy ever again.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I'm out
mean,
on
So our
he
draft,
pissed me off
okay.
in fantasy too, but let's just.
So like best
the rest.
finish maybe like a 15th.
Yeah, I guess I'm in there.
I mean
Yeah.
he's gonna be like 15th to 23rd.
I mean, he looks good at the test track, but
Does he?
Whatever. That's what I've heard.
I haven't seen any videos.
I haven't seen it.
He looks
That's what I've
ginormous on
heard.
this.
Do you think Hartraft just comes out and he's just like, holy shit?
Well, he was pretty good this past season in the 250 West. I'll give him that.
He was very baggish.
Well, but that's the thing. We always know with Hartraft what you're going to get. Like, you're not flashy.
Nope.
You don't have this blazing speed, but somehow he's always there every weekend.
Yep.
Is it? I mean, obviously he's not going to do that in the 450 class, but like, is he better than 15th on his best day? I mean,
I think it's a winning season for him if he just makes every main. To be really honest with you,
I'd
with
say
the
get
amount
your
of guys.
feet wet, come in with the low pressure that he has. I don't think really anybody's expecting big things.
now
from him.
outdoors though,
Who has the most pressure on this team?
Max.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Max has the most pressure. It's weird because he does and he doesn't, because he's for sure got a ride, but I think more of the pressure comes from himself. I don't know if it's Dustin Pipes and the team. They're like, hey man, you got to go do this. Like, they've never had a guy of his caliber, so they don't really know what to expect.
Yeah, it's a strange team.
But I think Max is, you want to talk about question marks. He's another question mark too, though,
Do you
because
think-
he's still not 100% from his Achilles tendons.
Yeah,
Or
that's a
Achilles
weird
tendon.
thing too.
I just like.
He just wants to make it through. I think that he will make mains every week, but I don't know really where to put him.
I think Anstey's gonna be on the bubble too.
He'd be on the bubble.
Hard.
I think with his talent alone, I don't see that, because I see him being a lot better than Hartraft. A lot better.
Oh man.
It's just like I said, we don't know what to expect out of him, because he hasn't raced Supercross since what? 2011,
Never
2012?
on a
He
450.
raced the kids
No.
track at Redbud, so it's fine. Pretty much the
he
same
was
thing.
ripping the kids track.
Yeah.
I wish I would have seen that.
Pretty much the same thing.
I got video.
I wish I would have known because I just watched it and was like, who's this douche?
I think that Max has a lot higher ceiling than Hartraft, but I don't really know, because like I said, we haven't seen him race Supercross in almost 10 years.
Yeah, that's also true.
But he apparently loves riding Supercross more than I thought,
Who
so
doesn't?
there's a lot of people.
I love it.
You've never
I
ridden Supercross
haven't even
before.
really ridden the whole thing, and
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
it.
You've ridden Arena Cross.
I would like to ride Supercross a lot. I think it'd be great.
Dude, let's go down to GPF, bro.
All right.
TLR training is starting.
All right, cool, man. For that pro
Watch
card,
go.
you can ride the outdoor track, and I'm gonna ride the Supercross
Watch
track.
ride club. Better.
I ain't doing that.
Alright.
We'll discuss something.
So you guys are pretty much on board, though. I don't really know.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. Seven Deuce Deuce is gonna struggle to even make a main period.
I don't think he makes
Maybe
one
gets
man.
lucky, but struggle. Anstey and Hartraft.
The question.
Both on the bubble, man. I don't know a lot about either one of them.
I think there are gonna be a lot of LCQs between those two.
Oh, Oh yeah, I think they'll be in the LCQs, but I think the one thing though that once again with them is I think that their cardio is good enough. I don't think they're going to fade throughout the main if they make it in.
No.
So maybe they'll make it in. They'll be further up because of the fact that guys are fading or whatever. But I think for this season, for both of them, it's just make it through the season.
That's just gnarly, that talent level. Or
Yeah.
on the bubble of making it.
Is their team motto going to be just kick it, bro, or what?
No, Twisted Tea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Twisted
but they
Tea.
got to kickstart the
Twisted
team, is
Tea,
what
just
he's
kick
trying-
it.
Yeah, he's trying to shit on Suzuki.
My question, yeah, that's dumb. My question is are they still going to be doing the podium thing for the LCQ? Because if that's cool, if one of them wins, I want to see a big Twisted Tea on top.
Yeah, okay.
Probably.
You think one of them just
Ha!
slams it?
Yeah, bro. I think Max will do it.
That'd be
He'll just woo. He's so awesome. And
back.
then it'll just be like fade to black.
It's just
Yeah,
water.
arm
It's
pump would
just
go
water.
down.
It's just water, but they cracked it. So how's it just water?
Yeah.
Arm pump would go down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be loose.
All right. Let's move on to the next team, MCR, because there's a couple surprises on here.
This is a very, very solid lineup.
Is this honestly the most sneaky good team that we got?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
I mean, you got yeah, I guess so. Even with Loss with his problems, you have guys that are all capable of getting top fives.
And you have
Vince Freeze not so much, but
you have very capable management, in my opinion, too. You can shit all over Tony as much as you want,
It's just-
but he knows what he's doing.
yeah. No, I agree. I hate to say that because I don't like the guy, but he definitely he has an eye for talent, and he's apparently a lot better at managing a team and doing deals than anybody ever thought.
This is a solid team they put together here.
So you want to talk about Vince Freeze first, then?
Yeah, is he going to be on the bubble to make mains too?
Vince Freezy's like bottom of the totem pole for this team.
I don't think he's on the bubble though, man. I think he's too good. As much as I don't like Vince, like he was top 10 last year in a few races. There's no way, even when you add the guys, that he's just all of a sudden going to go from okay. So you add 5 more guys. He's what, 17th, 18th?
Yeah, but let's add in the one caveat here. He's riding the 2021.
I don't think that's going to matter
He's
much.
the only guy on the team riding the 2021.
So you saying his bike's going to blow up more?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Tim Geiser style?
Could
Just overheat?
be issues because he's testing and shit like that to develop that bike. So
Is he, so, bubble guys, to branch right off the team that we just talked about, Hartranft, Anstie, you put Vince Freezy in front of those guys.
Yes.
Really?
Because with Vince, I don't think talent-wise and speed-wise, if Anstie and Hartranft had a full season, he's better than them. But he knows this go-around. He's been in the 450 class for how many years now? And let's be honest, we can all shit on Freezy, but he's just a solid dude.
He is.
yeah,
He's a solid dude. I mean, like I said, last year I think he got top 10 like 3 times maybe. And he was what, average 12 to 15?
I think between him and the other two, he's the most solid to make the main.
Yes.
But I still think.
I will say this: there's no way unless he just crashes, he doesn't make a main this year. There's no way he doesn't make a main.
Okay.
I really like the whole, well, can you imagine Vince Freezy in an LCQ for the last spot?
I think he'll be in the
it's
LCQ a
gonna
lot.
He will.
Awesome.
He's gonna make so many more enemies.
Oh god, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm
but
so pumped.
I really like the team dynamic over at MCR too. Like Tickle keeps beating it to a dead horse every single interview you watch with him.
Best teammates I've ever
It
had.
reminds me of my 250 days. You know?
Yeah, and it gives me it gives me guys to go out there
Yeah.
and pace my speed.
I gotta hate on Tick real quick.
Okay.
Every single Brock Tickle interview. Hey, how you think things are going? Or is the bike good? Yeah, I'm really looking forward. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
I got no problem shitting on Brock Tickle.
There's a lot of yeah, no's. and
Yeah,
a lot of
no,
I'm looking
yeah,
forward.
uh-huh.
I'm
Yep.
looking forward.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, for sure.
For
For
sure.
sure. For sure.
That's a big one with a lot of dudes.
For sure.
For sure. I
For
watch
sure.
a lot of interviews.
Yeah, but no.
For sure.
What? That doesn't even make sense. Yeah, but no.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah, no.
I can't really say what I want to say. 'Cause
You
I'm
know,
losing my job.
yeah, I don't know how to articulate myself because I'm homeschooled.
and rant
Okay.
Anyways, so let's just talk about Brock Tickle then.
right into the Tick.
The Tick. That's your boy.
Brock Tickle.
Yes.
Straight out of Holly, Michigan.
This man 2 years ago was on the Tickle train and then he
I
got popped.
was.
What'd you get popped for?
No, he didn't get popped.
What did I get popped for? Drugs. Pretty much all the drugs.
Tickle got popped. Not
I'm
him.
moving
Wow.
to Oregon because they're all legal now.
No wonder TLR's cranking.
All right.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
If you knew the amount of meth that I do here while I'm by
Jesus.
myself, like, you'd be amazed.
This is gonna be the most watched episode ever.
Ever.
A lot of ovens over here.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, right. Crack.
Over here just cooking in my kitchen.
So
Anyway.
Tickle.
The original cheese pizza.
Trap house.
Brock Tickle.
Yeah, he's just boring.
He's a top 10 dude, right?
All right, that's 3.
No, that's number 4. Is he top 10?
We haven't even gotten to the.
Is he top 10 dude?
I see him hovering 10 to 15. There are a lot of dudes that are just going to.
How many 10 to 15 guys do we get?
26?
No, but for real, there are going to be a lot of 10 to 15 guys. It's just going to be a fight to be 10
A
to
revolving door every weekend.
15. Right.
I think 8 to 15 is going to be those swapped positions the entire season.
Probably.
Just like the Paddocks women.
What? God, this is a terrible show. It's no wonder we don't get views anymore. We are horrible at our jobs here. All right.
God.
I spit the truth.
Yeah.
What's Tickle's ceiling? Let's go there.
9th.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's the best thing you can do.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
agree with that. I agree.
I'll be alright with that.
Yeah.
All right, so go.
Nine,
wow.
nine's all around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. No.
Okay.
Loss.
Well, I'm looking forward to 9th.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
Anyway,
You know what I'm looking forward to?
I think he'll, like I said, he'll just be solid. He's just, that's how he's always been, just a solid
Are we
guy.
talking about Tickle still, or we move on to
Boss.
You want to move on to Boss?
That we did.
Fantasy
You
killer.
missed it.
Both ways.
I'm not picking him ever again.
Me neither.
Yeah, he's another guy that's just a huge question mark for me. Less than a question mark than Justin Hill.
Yes.
But
10 to 15 guy.
No.
really,
No. I don't
if he
think.
puts it together, yes.
I think the bike's good.
15
and,
to 22nd
and
place guy.
15 to 30.
Does Tony wrap him up and get him down the right path?
Maybe.
The question with me with Bloss is more and more, and I hate saying this because I actually like Benny. I think his dad's a really good guy. I'm not so sure of his attitude anymore, though, because there was a lot of times in outdoors this year that he just looked like he gave up. Like
Look,
he just threw
man,
the
when
towel
your
in.
fork explodes off the Rocco
Yeah,
sleeve,
okay.
you tend not to finish the race.
I know, but wasn't there?
Sorry.
I mean, some of the races he didn't even show up to. You know.
Yeah,
I mean, his attitude. I don't think his talent is the issue. We do know though that his whoop speed is going to be great because that Honda tracks like an arrow through the whoops.
Yep.
So I mean, he passed Vince Freeze and Brock Tickle like they were standing still in some of the videos I saw.
So he's a 15th to 22nd place guy, huh?
I think that's more because I don't know where his attitude is every weekend, but I think that his ceiling could be like 8th, 7th, 8th. Because look how good he was at the end in Salt Lake.
That's a ceiling, yeah.
But I just don't see that every weekend though, because I don't know what his attitude is going to be like. It seems like it varies every race
All right.
If the whole track whoops, him and Mookie win.
by a lot. And flat
So-
turns because he just takes everyone up.
So, last dude on the team,
Okay. I like
Shane McKellar.
Yes.
Here we
I
go.
don't, yeah, I got,
coming up already.
What'd you say?
What?
What?
Just go ahead. Continue
What?
talking about him.
What?
pause. This is just going to be a whole segment where we're just going to have to put a wall up in front of
I know, right? Just don't even look over there. Don't look over there. That's just, it's a black box.
I got a feeling just the way you started that, you're on the same page I'm on, so let's hear it.
All right, go ahead.
Well, no, I actually want to hear
Gargle,
yours
gargle.
because I don't want to sound
Gargle,
stupid
gargle.
and be like we're not on the same
Gargle.
page.
I see a lot out of this guy. I see
Gargle.
a 5. No,
5 to 10?
I can see a ceiling being a 5th, top 5, yes.
5. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Not
Nope,
a chance
nope,
I'm fucking
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hold
he
on,
gets the
hold
start.
on. Let me debunk this theory here. Ken Roxon, Cooper Webb, Marvin Muskin, Jason Anderson, Zach Osborne,
But those guys
Eli
are.
Tomac, Adam Cianciarillo. That's 7.
But those guys aren't going to be on it every weekend. We're not saying
That's
he's
7.
okay.
Yeah, your
Which
boy.
one of those
Oz-
guys? Which
your
one of
boy-
those guys does he beat? Which one of those guys does he beat?
Are you talking about on a good night?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
On
Out
a
of
good
those
night.
7, who is he pacing any night of the week?
But that's the thing, though. We know with
I see
Supercross,
him pacing a guy like Sexton.
just because he's on a good night doesn't mean
I didn't even
everybody.
say Sexton.
If he's on a good
That
night,
wasn't even part of the 7.
everybody is not going to be on it every night. That's the thing.
Hold on.
Oh man, here we go.
But McElroy's going to be solid.
Yes, because starts are going to be good. The bike's good. And dude, the videos, and I know that we always say flying to the test track. He looks like he's already at home
He
on
just
that
looks
Honda.
smooth, dude.
And once we always talk about styles fit the 450, we know his style. It's going to be good. Now, I do think though, when we go to the tracks where it's a little bit more rutted, I think he's going to have a little bit of an issue because we've seen with Shane, he struggled sometimes this year on the East. I think he's more of a hard pack guy. His throttle control is really good. His line selection. But yes, on his good night, I can see him being 5th. Is he going to be 5th every weekend? Hell no, he's not going to be because you just mentioned how stacked it is. But there's no way he's going to be outside the top 10 more often than not. There's no way. I see him on an average night, he's going to be in the top 10 somewhere.
I see him, as much as I like Dino, I see him beating guys like Dino
Yes.
and
Dino, yes, I will agree with. Like,
Yeah.
I will go with you on the top 10 thing. I will not go into the top 5.
Not even one time.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
I just rattled off 7 dudes
7 dudes
that are consistently the top 5 guys.
That's
Oh,
not,
Cincerillo's
that's so false.
consistent.
Yeah, Cincerillo's not consistent. We don't know where Marv's going to be. Sexton, first year on the 450. Mookie, we haven't talked about him. He's up and down. Like, no, we don't know where Kenny. No, man, like you can't say that. There's only two
Kenny's not
cons-
consistently a top 5 dude.
We don't know about this year.
Oh my god.
Talking about who, Kenny?
No, the only 2 guys that you just rattled off that I know will be probably top 5 every weekend is Coop and Eli. That's it. It's the only guys that I'm confident. Anderson, look how good he was last year in the heat races, and what happened in the mains. He fell apart.
You just get shitty starts.
I'm not
and do
saying
something stupid.
I'm not saying I don't believe in all these guys, but if you're talking about being consistent, you can't say that. Like we don't know. Coop and Eli are the only 2 guys that I could say out of the guys you just mentioned that I'm certain will be there every weekend.
Yes, I
I'm
agree.
the one on drugs.
Well, you are,
Okay.
because I'm waiting to hear the AC and the Sexton gargling and Zacho.
First off, Zach, you better just get that gargling ready, because trust me, the Zacho gargling's coming.
Anyway.
I already know Travis is gonna say Osborne's gonna win.
Those are the 3 guys I already know. Oh my God! Anyways.
Anywho.
Yes. Top 5 on his best night. More often than not, he's going to be top 7. I
High
think
as
so.
fuck.
I think so. The starts are gonna be there. Like,
Yep.
Did
Bike's
you guys
good.
ride together? Like, did you both get high on the same car on the way over, or what?
yeah.
Maybe.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else with
This
MCR
got
out here
CBD
before we
in it,
move
so
on?
good.
Because this
Yeah.
is about to be like a 10-hour show.
No, we're good.
What, you wrapping up MCR?
I'm wrapping up this section.
Alright.
All right, we're going to take a quick little break here, and we will come back with our next one, Gas, and the
Monkey
Star
Monkey.
Yamaha connection. Are you just going to...
You just did it again.
You want to start eating that?
You did it again, Yamaha.
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 Yamaha. Gas,
Anyway,
gas,
we'll be right
monkey.
back.
We'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So you want to start with a team with 8,000 riders on it, or you want to go with the team with 1 rider on it?
1.
Okay, great. Red Bull, TLD, Gas, Justin Barsha,
Red KTM.
Red KTM, yes. What is he, where?
Why don't you start first?
What do you guys think?
Why don't you start first?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Mr. Host.
I think he's a 6 to 9 guy.
Ooh. Consistently, or what's his ceiling?
But yeah, consistently.
You don't think he gets a win?
I think he
Nope.
can win.
He's got a 2-year contract. Why would he have to win to this year?
I think
He
can
doesn't
win.
have to
I
win until
think he
next
can
year.
win.
I think he could win.
I think he gets 2 wins.
I think his motivation level's real low.
2. I think he gets 2 wins.
I agree. 2.
2?
Just because that bike is better.
Hold on, let me do a check for our winner.
Oh,
first,
okay. Yeah,
first
you're
winner
right.
here.
Yep, 2 wins.
2 wins.
2 wins. Now, I don't know where he's going to be in the points at the end of the year.
Weird.
Because we talked about this on the off-season show. Like, is he going to gel well with Tyler Keefe? Is management going to be an issue for him?
It sounds like it's not so far.
And that's the only thing that bothers me is how is the communication going to be between him and the team? Because once again, they've had good guys over the year, Ben Townley, Mookie, but they've never had a guy of Barsha's stature. If that's not a problem, which I hope it's not, because nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to hear about it. It looks bad. I think he gets 2 wins, and I think consistently 5 to 10.
I think he's gonna be good, man. I think he had speed on that Yamaha. Don't say he didn't.
No, he did. Obviously, I mean it was good.
But I think he will be able to uncork that more on this bike, and his ceiling will raise a little more with this bike. Based on videos I've seen, I've also seen. I mean, I think this matters. Videos of him skimming the whoops and jumping through them.
Mhm.
We all know how big of a factor jumping through the whoops is now, and how efficient it can be if you do it right. If he is learning that technique and bringing all these things into his game, he is solely big dog on that team.
Yep.
He's getting all the attention. Whatever he wants, he's going to get. Where I don't think whatever he wanted, he got at Yamaha.
Well, they had the old way of thinking too. The engineers were there since the 80s, and they didn't want to listen.
That's what I'm saying. So that's where I'm at. I think it's a positive direction for Barsha. I think it's a little bit of a renaissance for the guy that should have been there when he came into the 450 class. So. And there's also, with that newfound confidence, there's going to be some fireworks.
I think just the fact that the bike can be better. I really do. I've always wondered what it would be like for him on a steel chassis on a 450. And I still think you're going to get the same Barsha as far as technique and style. But I think that in situations like when we get to the hard pack races where his energy on the bike of that Yamaha worked against him because the bike was binding up, I think that flex of that bike, and I know I've talked about this a lot, but it's the one constant for me, it's going to allow him to be a little bit more loose. That bike should be freed up. It's not going to be bouncing all over the place.
And loose Barsha is fast Barsha.
Yes, it is. And it's a fun Barsha to watch. So I think 2 wins, and I think consistently he's 5 to 10. Which is weird to say that a guy's going to get 2 wins, but his consistent is 5 to 10. But that's how
That's
stacked
just how it's going to be this
that's how
year.
stacked the season is.
I question his motivation.
Okay.
Level. Because we've seen this before. When he signed, he comes in, contract year, motivation high to do well because, oh man, I got to get a ride for next year. And he does well until he gets his ride. I mean, we saw it this year too. He was doing big things and doing pretty well. And then he kind of got his ride. And you notice at the end of the season, it kind of fell off.
But I also think, too...
Now he's got a 2-year deal, and yeah, he's super excited. And so, okay, I guess I could agree with you guys. He could come out and win the first round. That would not shock me. I wouldn't sit there and be like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Because he's pumped up, new bike, new route, all this shit, right? However, I think the motivation level is going to wane very, very quickly this year until we get into next year. If he, once again, doesn't have a contract, then I think you see the motivation level go back up. And I think the results
But you don't
start to
think,
go
though,
back
that
up.
he knows that his career is coming to an end doesn't play a factor in that? Like, he doesn't have too many more years, and he knows that. He's 29.
I don't know. Like I said, I've heard someone else say this, and then you start paying attention to the results, and you go, yeah, okay, that's a thing. Like, when you really start thinking about it, you break down the years of his contract
Yes,
negotiations.
I agree with that.
There is a
It's
pattern.
little bit-
Yeah.
But I also think, though, that this is being a new team in the sense that it's just a new bike. I think that maybe, and I don't know this, I'm just guessing, but maybe in the back of mind he's thinking, I have the chance to take this new bike, in this country at least, to the next level. I'm the first proven guy to be able to, hey, we can do something with a gas cast.
But I also want to point out, like, his past contract years, it's never been to a full-blown new program like this. It's been
Also true.
back to JGR, back to Yamaha, back and forth between
Riding
the
his
same
own
team.
Honda, back to this. And I also don't think he's making as much money over here either. I think
Yeah,
that TLD, going to TLD, getting away from A-Stars,
That really took it down.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he's not making good money. None of us know. But let's be honest. There's no way he's making even close to as much money.
Probably not.
I mean,
I was hearing $750 to $1 million for A-Stars.
maybe
Yeah, that's what I heard, too.
150 to 275 for TLD.
Hey, don't worry, they're spending that money elsewhere now. Golden Jet is rocking that shit.
Oh, yeah,
Whatever. That's a big deal.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
It is.
Anyway, okay, next team. Star Yamaha.
But we're just ending at Barsha right there.
well,
I mean,
anything else?
did you have anything else you wanted to say about him? I mean,
I think he's gonna have a good season.
I think we all put out our points there, and now we're moving on.
I just got one wild card question for you guys.
Oh, boy.
with Barsha
Who does he get into it with
first.
first?
Every single person on the start line.
Well, my honest opinion,
Yeah.
Sexton.
Gets in Sexton's head.
Oh, I don't know if he gets in his head, but I think they get into it first.
Yeah.
They already got into it at Thunder Valley.
Did they?
Yeah, they got into it at Thunder Valley. I didn't know this. I went back and watched some videos. They got into it, and then I started like trying to figure out what had happened. I don't know who instigated it, but Sexton actually tried taking out Barsha.
That's ballsy.
That's your conspiracy theory.
So,
Radical left.
nobody tries to take out Barsha ever. It's the other way around. So I think that they get into it first. I really do. Because I think that Sexton's going to have a rude awakening.
And here's another one. Who do you hope he gets into it with?
Ansty.
For
No, because Anstey will knock his fucking block off.
I know, that's why it'd be great.
Mirandus.
Oh, man, no, I don't want to see that because I like both of them. Who I want to see him get into it with? AC.
Ooh, that'd be good
I
too.
want to see that.
Yeah.
Because I think AC has just enough balls to try to do something back, and I don't know who it's going to end up worse for,
Yeah.
AC or Barsha.
Dude, it's gonna be so good. I love it.
But Yamaha.
Yamaha.
AP's got to be the first one because he's a question mark. We don't even know if he's going to be ready for the
Yeah, and he's
start of the
another
season,
guy I
right?
completely forget about.
Like he was just on Swap Show, and I don't even know if he's riding.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
Like, he
I've seen videos.
Oh,
of
it
him.
was? Okay. I mean, did he look good? Did he look just
He didn't look bad.
He's out after this year, right?
of Yamaha?
Yeah.
He's out racing
Well, I'm gonna-
period, right?
No, I don't think so. I think he's out of Yamaha though.
Well,
He's out of
yeah,
I
Yamaha,
think
yeah.
Mookie takes that full-time spot.
Oh yeah, but I don't see him racing beyond this year.
I do. I don't. Think,
Unless the year is just stellar. I don't see him doing it.
Man, it's so hard for me with AP because I really like Aaron and I want to see him do good.
I mean,
but
I
he's
think
so
he's
prone
great.
to injuries.
Yeah.
He
so
hasn't
prone.
been prone to injury until he got on this 450.
Maybe it's a bike thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I think. I like him too. I think he's a great
I
kid,
mean-
and I think he's cool for the sport. But I think he's out after this.
Look at A1, the first heat race where everybody stacked him in the first turn and he almost got landed on and it wasn't even his fault.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
he
a
just has
dark
bad
cloud.
luck.
Yeah. Dark cloud.
He just needs to get
ball.
off the blue bike. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
maybe he can go to gas.
that'd be interesting. I will say, I don't know where he's going to finish. I just want to see him do good.
I do too. And I think with Star taking over and bringing their engineers or whatever, there's going to be more freedom with that bike because I know it's not a secret that he was struggling with that bike.
He's a bubble guy, right?
Man, God.
That's tough, you think?
Until he
really
looks
tough.
100%, you got to say so. But God, it's how the mighty have fallen.
It's
Yeah.
so tough because he's had all these injuries, and then right as he starts getting momentum, running
gets hurt
fourth
again.
at Daytona last year, again, we saw these flashes. and
Getting
he
the
gets
fourth
hurt again.
getting fourth the week before.
Literally getting fourth.
Yes. And I mean, yeah, I hate to say it, but I have to agree with that because I don't really know. Like, is he 100%? Because that injury from the year before, like, really was bad.
Yeah.
That heel, like it took. Look what happened. Look at the path Izzy went on from that injury.
Oh, yeah, he was
Yep.
never the same after that.
Okay. Ferrandis crashed at practice track, broke his hand. It was a gnarly one to watch.
He'll be ready for H1 though.
He'll be ready for the first round.
Round one and one.
Really good season. I think he's going to be the best rookie.
Really?
I think
Yes.
he's gonna yard sale.
I don't think so, man. I don't think he looked as good on that bike.
I don't think so either. I'm with Cole on this one.
I think he's going to be the best rookie, and then I think outdoors is where he's really going to shine. But I think that it's not going to be till the end of the season.
I think he's gonna have some of the most spectacular highlight reel crashes.
Oh, you mean
we're
like
gonna
AC?
see all year?
Like AC did last year?
No, AC does
Listen.
not have spectacular highlight reel
Whoop,
crashes.
the whoop crash wasn't
The
spectacular?
whoop crash was
Yes,
awesome.
exactly.
Yes, trust
Yes.
me. That was a good one, but I'm just saying, I think he has way more of those.
As rare as it is that I agree with Travis, I'm kind of on the same
No.
page, man. Like Ferrandis. If you want to be Ferrandis, Travis Ferrandis.
I mean, I'd like to be
I'm
Ferrandis.
just a
Anyway,
guy, that's it.
Anyway, if you go back and look at when he first got here, first getting his career going, he wadded it up a lot.
Yep.
There were a lot of growing pains, and I think it's going to be the same way in the 450 class, man. And I watched that video of him and Mookie. Mookie just getting on that bike, and Ferrandis, who you know has ridden that bike previously before
Yeah.
this year. There's no doubt he has it. Mookie looked way better. Like Ferrandis looked stiff. Didn't look like he was able to move around that much. Like,
What's his ceiling?
man, for me right now, I put McElrath in front of Ferrandis.
I know.
Bold move, Cotton.
I won't say my ceiling because I have something to say about Ferrandis at the end of the show. One of my questions, but
Oh, boy.
I think I think he's gonna have struggles at the beginning of the season because, like I said, getting that bike dialed in. I think the thing with Ferrandis is he's so calculated, but he also, we've seen it in outdoors, he kind of pushes the limit sometimes when he gets frustrated. I think that's one of the reasons why he probably looks stiff, and I know the video you're talking about. Like, I do agree. I just think with him, he's always trying to be 2 steps ahead, and then I think when things don't go his way, he was kind of like Stu. He just forces it, and he lands on his head. Does he crash a lot? Yeah, for sure. It's going to be, I mean, look, like I said, AC had a rough rookie year. He's going to crash a lot, but I think when they get that bike dialed in, I don't know if it's going to be midway through the season, the end of the season. I think speed-wise, he's going to be right there with AC. I do. There's no proof that he has not had the potential to be just as good as AC on that 450 when that bike is dialed in and he's comfortable, because he was just as fast as AC on a 250.
Not right off the bat.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's until the bike gets dialed in. I'm not saying right off the bat. At the beginning of the season, no. I think he's going to have growing pains.
I don't think the bike gets dialed in this year because I don't think he's on the bike enough to do it.
Nah, I disagree
He's getting
with that.
yard sale all over the place. Worse than AC.
We'll see. I just disagree with that. I think that there's no proof of that. There's no proof of that whatsoever. You have a guy that just won 2 back-to-back Supercross championships, an outdoor championship.
Hold on. You and I will talk because we're racers here.
You don't even race anymore, man. What are you talking about? Neither does he.
I raced.
Y'all don't race at all
I
anymore.
raced once this year, boys.
Hey,
Whatever, man.
Hey, you and I will talk right now.
Oh boy. What class? you raced?
Dylan.
When's the last time you
Dylan.
raced?
2018.
All right.
Dylan crashed and broke his hand, right?
Correct.
Before the season started?
Yes.
Did AC crash and break something last year before the season started?
He did not.
Okay,
Did he
cool.
make it through the
Awesome
whole?
point.
Did he make it through the whole season? No, he did not.
He did not make
Okay,
it.
that's not the point I'm making.
That is the point. He
I'm
still
saying,
crashed.
I'm saying
Both
that
of what
Dylan's-
you guys are saying is going to lead me into my next point. So these
boy.
guys are going to go down in rounds. AC and Ferrandis both.
Yes.
Don't tell me AC isn't going to crash.
He's gonna crash.
He's going to crash.
I think he's going to crash. Less than Dylan.
Wow, well, the way you're making it say that's not really an accomplishment because he's still going to crash a lot.
Anyway, back to what Justin said earlier in the show. The turnaround time isn't going to be there, and these guys are going to be hurting.
Yep.
And AC and Ferrandis are both going to be in that same boat.
Yes. That's why I say at the end of the season, I don't think you're going to see them as high in points. I think just they're, and we'll talk about AC, but I think that, like I said, I think that Ferrandis, when the bike is down, and I want to make that my point.
Ferrandis is going to struggle. He's going to be the least performing rookie, in my opinion.
Okay.
Sure. All right, Mookie.
This is tough, man. I mean, he was awesome last year.
Yes.
Consistent, though.
Yep.
And he didn't uncork that speed that we know he had.
Because he said he wanted to make it through the whole season.
Which he did.
Yep.
So he uncorks that speed. Where's he at?
But once again, though, if we're talking about the bike, is the bike going to be able to handle Mookie?
That's a good question. That's kind of the big unknown about the whole team. What's this 450 going to be like?
I think it's going to be better, a lot better.
I hope so.
But that's the biggest question mark for me, is what's that bike going to look like when Mookie tries to hang it out?
The funny thing is you have this Yamaha 450 that wins every single 450 shootout, has for like the last, what, 2
But that's
years.
set up for the average
And then they're absolutely terrible for the pros.
Yeah,
And they
what
always
pro
said that-
guys ever won on a Yamaha?
Because-
A championship.
No.
Consistently.
Stu was the
no.
last. Stu was the last guy to win a championship on a Yamaha.
And that was like 09.
Yeah.
Yep, and that was before the new generation chassis came out.
Yeah. So, I'm with you. I don't know where does he land if he uncorks that speed.
I think that'll be the biggest thing. We know what Mookie's speed looks like when he's feeling it, but I just don't know what that bike's going to do.
Yeah.
No idea.
I don't know. I
Do you
mean,
want to take a nap?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'm going to uncork a Red Bull here in a minute.
All right. Yeah.
what could his ceiling be though? I mean, are we just a
I
question
mean,
mark
he's
on that
a
too?
top 5 dude if he just rides normally like he did last year.
Ooh, I don't know. I disagree with that.
That's where. What do you mean? What was his finish last year?
He finished 7th in the points, and he was like average like 8 to 10.
I want a heat race.
I thought his average finish was better than that.
No,
I think he can win a heat race.
I think he won a heat race, but I don't think he's anywhere. I don't think.
So you think he's like a 6 to 9 guy?
No, I think he's 7 to 12.
I would agree with that, actually. There's just a lot of unknown. I want to see how that bike performs.
That's the biggest question mark, which is weird because I feel like we've never said this ever before when it comes to a factory team, and now we're saying it with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
What's the bike going to be like? How good is the bike going to be?
No
Which
idea.
obviously is always a question mark, but it's never like the main question when it comes to a factory 450 team.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And yeah, it's just there's obviously no shortage of power with Yamaha. They know what they're doing
Yeah.
on that end. It's just the chassis. They got to really figure something out.
Is that team the biggest question mark out of all the other teams?
I think so.
For factory 450 elite talent teams? Yes.
Well, we got one more.
Okay, well, let's.
We'll get into it in the next
A
segment.
team?
Yeah.
I think I
full of
know.
question
I think you
marks.
know.
I think
I think
it's
he
full
knows
of
what
question
team.
I know
I
what
think-
it is too.
I think
Yeah.
I know where he's going.
So let's take a break here. We'll come back in a couple seconds here we will knock out both KTM teams at once.
Okay. Is
All
one
right.
of those your question
I like
mark?
how you said both KTM teams.
Both KTM teams.
The
at
white
once.
KTM.
Yes.
Yeah.
To answer your question, yes. So we will be right back with the KTM.
The white and black KTM.
No, I'm talking Rocky Mountain and then Red Bull.
Oh.
Okay, KTM. You guys want to start with Rocky Mountain or you want to start with Red Bull?
I can't believe we're doing Red Bull like is not one of the final teams, but okay, let's start with
I
Rocky
mean,
Mountain.
we're basically on to the final teams here, okay? We have Cowie,
So
Honda,
disrespectful.
KTMs, and
That is
Huskies.
disrespectful.
What?
That is
It
disrespectful.
is disrespectful.
What?
You're
We're
disrespectful.
into-
You're a dick!
We're into the final
Listen here! We're talking about.
Let's talk to me in that tone.
Okay, let's go to Rocky Mountain. Let's Let's just go to Rocky
Where's your
Mountain.
torque wrench?
Go to Rocky Mountain.
Don't worry
Let
about
Travis rant on Sabachi because we know that's.
No,
what
let's
it's
talk
for.
about Bogle first.
Let's
Yeah, because
talk
I'm
about-
not gonna be able to.
Is Bogle
listen.
a bubble guy this year?
No.
No?
Man,
I'm throwing around.
I was high on Bogle last year.
You were really high on Bogle.
Can I actually?
We both were.
God.
And Bogle had a heat race win in the bag in St. Louis until he crashed.
I feel like we say this every year about Bogle, but I feel like Bogle has to get it done this year.
Apparently not. He just keeps getting rides.
They like him.
They like him.
This is all I'll say about Bogle, because I feel like we kind of say the same thing about everything.
I guess when you're riding for free, people just,
Heat race win,
Not out of the question.
12 to 16 guy in the main.
Okay.
I think he needs to get his starts back to where they were. Remember back in the day, he was always up
Like
front.
2017.
Remember we hit the deck on the start last year?
Yeah, but you want to remember what that was on a Suzuki though. Remember?
Then he got starts.
Suzuki just
Yeah,
can't
just
get
remember
around.
it was on a Suzuki.
He was getting starts on the Suzuki, but before that on the Geico Honda, he was always up front.
But my point is, it was on a Suzuki.
That's because he had to
It's
warm
as
up by
fast as it
kicking
gets,
it to start it. So he was warmed up for the race.
Wow, I just set you up perfect for that. You did not hit it out the park.
Suzuki
I'm
just
not
kicking.
hitting Suzuki out of the park right now.
Oh my god.
Anyway, so Bogle's a 12 to 16 place guy.
Agreed.
Bogle
Me
just
too.
it frustrates me so much because we know how talented he is. He's probably one of the most talented guys
Gonna
on
throw
a
some
450.
sick oppos.
He's gonna do some turndowns in practice.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me fired up.
Jeez, what?
What was that? Wow.
When I just want inspiration, when I want to look cool on a dirt bike,
You just do a turn down whip.
no, he's the guy I go to get inspiration.
Do some leg swag.
Yes.
Do you play some Bogle beats in your ear while you're riding?
Yeah. Pack EMH.
Wow.
Pack
Okay.
EMH is good though.
Joey Savacci.
That's it? We're done with Bogle?
No, I mean,
What else do you want to say?
I can go on. I can
Place
expand
guy.
a little bit on that, but like I don't know. Is it,
Look, we're trying to get through shit here.
All
Okay.
right. That'll work. Yeah,
We got
Bogle-
a big team in Red Bull KTM. coming.
You're right. You're right. 12 to 16. I can see a heat race.
but a heat race win.
Heat
which
race
is
win.
Joey,
Heat race win.
Joey Savacci.
Couple heat race wins.
6th to 9th in the LCQ. I'm totally kidding. I'm not
I
that
will
big
walk
of a
out
dick.
of this fucking
Ah,
set right
not
now.
that big of a dick.
I will walk out right now.
Disrespectful.
Couple heat race wins.
He's
Couple-
never coming on the show, so I don't care.
He went on Gypsy Tales. Couple heat race wins.
Went on
Great.
Pulp, believe it or not.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Couple fast qualifiers. Mains, I have no freaking clue.
Me neither. I mean, he didn't race last year, so we don't fucking
If
know.
he's 2019 Joey Savacci, he's going to be 5 to 7.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear any more of this Joey Savacci BS that he was waiting for that ride, knew it was coming, and all this. I
Yeah.
don't know what the hell he had going on.
Did you listen to him on Paul?
What did he say?
I don't remember.
I listened to
That's
it.
what I said.
Why would you have? You know what he said? Because I sure as shit don't.
I listened to it, but I can't remember.
Bro,
what
he
said
went
about
ham
it.
on Gypsy Tales though when they were interviewing him and Jet from the Australian race last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you need to check it out. He was very upfront.
And he's
Wow.
pretty upfront on Pulp too, but it's just like, I mean, he was honest that he couldn't come to an agreement on what MCR was offering him.
Yeah. That I do remember.
Man, that just has to be a real gamble on himself, thinking something was going to open up. So.
Well, I don't think he's making a lot of money at all. So
No.
this is going to be interesting.
Well, I mean, we know he's not.
Is he 100%? Like he struggled in outdoors because he wasn't 100%. And with everything going on with JGR, he probably already knew he was going to have to look for a ride. I think that if 2019 Savacci shows up, like I said, I think he gets a couple heat race wins, a couple fast qualifiers. But as far as the mains, I don't know. Because like I said, this season is so up and down, we know that he's a 5 to 7 guy if he's 2019 Savacci.
Yeah, and I think he can.
And the bike won't blow up.
I think he's a Sexton speed guy.
I do.
Yeah.
He proved it. That's the thing though. I know that he didn't race 2020, so it's hard. But if we're going off the last time he raced Supercross, and I know, Travis, you don't like Joey, but you have to admit, 2019, he was good.
Yep.
When that bike stayed together, I mean, look how many mains he was leading, and then the
Yeah.
bike let go. So if we're going to go off that, then yes. But if
Bike let go, Savacci syndrome kicked in. I mean, there's all these.
there was no
different variables.
Savacci
It's totally
syndrome because he
fine.
wasn't winning a title. I don't know. I just don't.
Did he get the fucking deck?
like once.
So this is
It
Once
was
twice.
not once.
It was like twice.
I'm gonna go back and watch the
All
whole
right.
season.
Go for it, man.
I'm
He
gonna
crashed
prove
in
you wrong.
Vegas. He crashed in East Rutherford.
Crashed a lot.
No, I did.
Explain
By
to me.
accident. Oh boy.
Split.
This is
Splain.
Spleen.
Splain.
So
Spleens.
this
Spleens.
So this is before I was around, before I was sitting in the hot seat.
That's not a
Oh,
hot
boy,
seat.
here we
That's
go.
a hot seat.
What is the Savacci syndrome? Give me a rundown.
That motherfucker.
Whoa.
He hates Joey more than anybody on the planet.
Yeah, I want your explanation of the Savacci
I don't
syndrome.
have
This
one.
is a
and
guy.
I want your explanation
This
of
is
the
a
Savacci
guy that should have won multiple 250 titles.
syndrome. Yes.
Could not get it done. Why could he not get it done? Wasn't anybody else's doing. It was him. He hit the deck on his own, more in the 250 class with dumb shit. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back, and that's a lot of listening to find it. I believe when I first coined the phrase,
Coin the phrase, he says.
Sabachi syndrome, merch coming soon.
I'll wear it, even though I hate it.
I'll put it on a pill bottle on the front of a shirt. Anyway, I believe
We don't endorse pills here.
that it was the was it New Jersey round where he went off in the whoops and cut off like 3 fucking straightaways.
No, I think you said it way before that because that was.
Was it before that?
I think that was the end of the season.
That was the big one I remember.
Yeah.
Really doing it because he did dumb shit like that.
And I do want to side with you a little bit on doing dumb shit. There is no way in hell he should have lost that title in Vegas.
Nope.
There's no way. What
But
was
then,
he
you can
thinking?
also, but then you can also say the same thing about Jordan Smith, though. Shouldn't have lost that title.
Well, Jordan Smith's a waste of space too, but that's fine.
Dude, you shit.
I
Everyone.
don't care.
Anyway,
God.
so
Well, that's pretty much it. I didn't come up with it. I don't agree with it. Like, that's his thing.
He has a syndrome. He cannot pull it off.
Well, AC couldn't do it either. So.
it continued
yeah,
into the
What's
fourth.
AC? AC dickwad syndrome?
Continued
The
into
Sensa
The sense of dildo?
continued into the 450 class.
Not
okay?
really. It hasn't really continued into the 450 class. 'Cause
It
if
did?
you- No.
he had. I will
Did he
agree.
not pass up that fucking win at the fucking Monster Cup?
Oh, like that was of his choosing?
Like that.
Yeah,
was,
he did.
like, that was a Sabachi
Look,
syndrome moment.
wait,
That's
hold
different.
on. You mean to tell me that we all missed it and it was just a hologram of Tomac and what was really happening was Tomac got on his bike with him and was like, no, just let it off. It's fine.
What I'm saying is
Had
that
it
was a
on the butt,
politics thing.
Yeah.
He knew what would have happened if he would have won that race. How far he would have been in the shitter with Cowie. You had Eli who was going for the million, won the first 2.
Sometimes you got to bet on yourself. In the infamous words of
And it
Steve
didn't matter
Matthews,
anyways, 'cause he
sometimes
still
you got
got
to bet on
canned.
yourself.
He still got nothing.
He knew he was getting canned, so why the
Just-
fuck would you do it anyway?
Man, Sabachi.
He did it because he's a nice guy. I'll give him that. He's a nice guy, and he was like, you know, the right thing to do is let this guy win $1 million, and hopefully I get taken care of at some point. However, I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, and I mean, bro, just
He
go
got
win a
shit
fucking-
on.
Go win a
Yeah.
fucking race.
No, you can't say it with Joey, though, that he's had Sabachi syndrome since he's been in the 450 class because his 2019 season was riddled with bike problems.
Oh yeah.
And when he stayed on 2 wheels,
The
and the bike
450
didn't blow up.
class is not as big of a thing, but the 250 class and
So basically, to sum it
incredible.
up before we go to the next team, Travis shits on Joey because he was so close to winning probably 6 championships and he could never get it done. But yet he's one of the
All
few
on
guys
his
in
own
history
doing.
to be in the position to win 6 championships.
Also, it really contradicts himself that he's such a Cinderella homer.
I know, right?
All
And yet AC has only won 1 championship and that's it.
All
and he
on
threw away
his
a
own
bunch.
doing.
And AC didn't throw away championships because of his own doing?
Look.
Look!
Shut your fucking mouth.
Look! Look!
Checkmate. Let's
Check
go to
me
Red
out!
Bull.
Woo!
Okay, Red Bull KTM. Anybody seen Marv ride?
The test shoot. Or the photo shoot.
Ever seen
Yeah,
ride
yeah.
anywhere besides that?
No.
No.
Okay, great. This is gonna go well.
Yeah, another question mark.
Is he gonna come down with that Joe Biden disease and just fade away into the distance, or
You
what?
think he's gonna have COVID?
Just, I mean, he just
Because
come
of
up
his
with
hat?
he'll just come up with a disease, and all of a sudden he won't be
He
riding.
doesn't give him a till. Never mind.
Anyway,
I mean, outdoors was good at the beginning of the season,
yeah.
and then we realized that knee is more of an issue than everybody put out there.
So he's retiring, right?
I think he retires
After
soon.
this year, yeah.
I don't think he makes it through the year.
I think he makes
Marv
it
is
through
such
here.
a question. Yeah, I think that it just all depends on how bad that knee really is. Like we saw it in outdoors, but was that a thing of because he came back too soon and he wasn't actually ready? Has he been rehabbing since the end of outdoors?
He
I
better
mean-
get on Hampshire's program with that knee.
Well, juice.
Well,
There's a whole lot of steroids in there. Yeah.
That's not a thing, okay? At the Baker's factory, it's 100% on the up and up, okay?
Coach Rob would disagree with you.
I knew he would. It'd be
He thinks they're doping?
Oh, dude, have you not listened to
Yeah,
Coach
we
Sam,
got.
the coach?
We can talk about that after that. That's a long.
Yeah,
that's a-
I
anyways,
need to listen
no.
to that because I'm a big doping conspiracist.
Did
you
you-
guys know
I
that.
love Coach
Did
Rob.
you,
and he's upfront about it.
did you see that Cooksey was down there though?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he went and actually visited the Baker's factory.
Oh, they
got
let him in.
pictures and
Got past
everything.
the gates.
With Alden.
Really?
Full tour in the mule, whole 9 yards. Yep. Which I was like,
Did
wow.
Alden try
good
murdering
for
him
him.
after the camera came
I
off?
don't know. I haven't texted him yet.
Anyway, I haven't texted him yet. Listen to that name drop.
Wow.
You
I do
cook to
talk
your
to
boys.
Cooksey.
You cook to your boys now?
I mean, I guess at least he messages me back.
That's
Unlike
cool.
certain people, Jeff Walker. Oh, sorry. Wow.
Damn.
Hey,
He, don't
AJ
even, he
Cantero.
doesn't message me back either. So
Well, he doesn't like any of us.
Yeah.
I didn't even try to talk to him, so I don't care.
I'll TMZ his ass next time.
Anyways,
I'm
Marv.
Race, just run up and be like, "Hey, Jeff Walker, how's it feel to be too big to talk to the little people anymore?" So you know what I mean? That's really.
You know he's gonna see.
I'm just completely
I
out on that.
I think it's
because
awesome.
I'm out because I've known Jeff a long time.
I mean, he seemed like a cool kid when I met him at Buck Bash, but the fact that he doesn't message me back just blows.
What if he's
my
gonna message
fucking
back
mind.
now? Because I guarantee he sees this.
That would be great
I
if he
feel
did.
it. I feel that one of the people that watches our show probably is one of his fans, and they're gonna send this clip to him.
I hope
Oh,
they
guaranteed.
So he's gonna see this.
Hope they.
I hope he messages you back. It's gonna be great.
I'm just out because I've known Jeff a long time.
Yeah,
and
so am I.
So
Again, as I said, meeting him at Buck Bash seemed like a great guy, but the not messaging people back.
I told you.
But I could go down a list of those
Well,
people.
AJ.
but listen, man.
AJ, Levi Kitchen.
You know how
I mean, you want me to keep going?
I believe my kitchen's awesome.
you know how many DMs he probably get today though.
I mean, he probably does
Yeah.
get a lot, yes. But the thing is that me and him have actually spoken, A, face to face, and B, he's actually talked to me through DM, as has Catanzaro. So it really blows my mind that when I then DM him again, then all of a sudden we like.
They
don't
probably thought
think-
you were gonna buy something.
Well, guess what? I'm not buying anything.
You're not gonna buy an
from
AJ
Fox.
Catanzaro shirt
No.
that says the cat on
You
it?
should go to a cat riding school.
If he wants to give
Yeah,
me
you
one
should
for
actually.
free,
This is fucking smells.
COVID, dude. Look
Wow.
at that. That is disgusting.
it's a good thing we all got tested before this show happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got.
I went negative, guaranteed.
Anyways, holy crap!
Positive, it's fine.
Wow, what a tangent. Can we talk about Coop, my title pick?
Yeah, so we don't know what Marv's doing, but he's a
If
top.
Marv is back, if Marv is healthy, he's a race winner.
I'm out on Marv. I'm just out.
Coop though. Yeah, you got another one? Well, I got. Yeah, anyways, we'll
Okay,
get back to
Coop.
this. The other. Coop. Well, I mean,
He's winning the title. Stamp it.
wow, you gave your answer too early.
He
We're supposed to do this
already-
at the end of the show.
On the positive side, he's already had COVID, so he can't get it again.
Yeah, him and Zach already had COVID.
Yeah, they're fine
Together.
together.
Yeah, guaranteed.
At the
That's-
beginning of last year.
Don't tell me that's not what that was.
And
Oh, yeah,
Zach's wife
100%.
and Coop's girlfriend.
What?
What?
They had it too.
Coop's married, isn't he?
Yeah, now he is.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, Roxon's old squeeze.
Yeah.
There's like
Smash
a round
pad.
robin, like Sexton, Roxon.
There's this
Coop,
weird conspiracy
all these
theory.
different chicks, McAdoo's chicks in there.
It's a conspiracy theory.
No,
McAdoo's
the
chick
McAdoo and
is
Sexton have
hot.
a chick thing.
You ever seen her?
Who?
McAdoo's chick?
Yeah, I was standing right in front of her at Redbud.
Smoke
That was Sexton's previously.
And
Really?
hey, and I'm just gonna say,
Weird.
she's stupid.
Well, man, whatever.
They're
She
all
couldn't-
dumber than a box.
She couldn't find them for the whole entire practice. She's like looking around.
Hang on. Off on another tangent. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So that was hilarious at Redbud. Just since there were no fans, you could just see all the riders' chicks.
Oh, God.
And it was just hilarious because just watching them react was hilarious. Like Justin Cooper's was running around with live timing on her phone, looking at the timing instead of looking at the track.
Well, did you know this?
Go faster!
Did you know all the star girls, all the star chicks were like all huddled together, like right at the base of the tower. All the star chicks were just like
It's a chick. It's a
congregating in one area. But
And
no, McAdoo's chick.
And then the other funny part was just
Terrible.
like all the local Redbud fans they all popped a squad at the base of the tower and were just staring at all the riders' chicks. Weren't even watching the
Well, I mean,
race.
I'm pretty sure every time Dino's chick walked by, everybody just dropped what they were doing.
I
so.
stood right next to her a bunch of times. At the
Did you
stars.
sniff her?
No, that was not.
Travis be
You
up there
smell
sniffing,
nice.
sniffing the riders' chicks, dude. Hey Sarah. Hey Sarah.
Ah!
No, but Craig's
I'm gonna get my
chick,
chick the same perfume.
Did you talk to Paige?
Craig's chick walks by, and Tom Cooper just goes, "You know what I love is seeing these dudes' chicks just explode during the race." I'm like, "Oh God, Tom."
That is
just
not. We gotta have to edit that out. That didn't sound right at all.
Explode.
explode.
Like he's exploding?
Yeah, something like that.
I like Paige.
Tom was exploding.
I like Paige.
Yeah,
I'd actually like to talk to her. I think she's pretty cool.
I know.
You don't?
don't?
Why not?
Reminds
just-
me of Randall from Monsters Inc.
Let's just not get into it. We're
Dude, you
okay.
are a dick.
Okay. Oh shit, the battery's flashing. Hurry up and talk about Coop.
All right, we'll have to stop because we can't just.
No,
cast it
man,
there.
we got a lot more to talk about with Coop. So we're gonna do a quick battery change because this is great YouTube
Content.
content.
We'll be right back with talk about Cooper Webb here. Just a sec. It'll be like 2 seconds for you. Just a second.
Yep.
And we're back. Okay, Cooper Webb, go first. We're not sponsored by Red Bull at all.
Look who's on the can.
Oh, it is actually Cooper Webb. Wow, that's impressive.
Nice. Those are pretty cool.
All right.
I know I bought a 6-pack and I just kept one just to have.
Was it like $50?
No. And then I had a 6-pack and the 6-pack actually had Coop on it.
Yeah.
And I was going to keep it and somehow it got thrown away. So now I'm just down to 1 can. I'm just drinking them now.
You just look at that at nighttime.
But it's kind of cool having a Moto dude on
It is. It's kind of like Ryan Dungey on the Wheaties box.
Yep, I got one of those. I got
one of
Laraco's
those,
Leap
too.
Light. This is sitting right next to my Laraco's Leap Light. Another one of these.
I want to get some of the Redbud beer that they do, the limited edition.
Yeah.
shit.
Okay, that's cool, man.
See that? See him holding that trophy?
Yeah.
So,
You're going to see that again.
I know. So,
Anyway,
Coop, I
Coop.
think this year, or 2021, I think that he's coming in more motivated than ever because 2020 did not go the way he planned.
And I 100% think he would have, a lot of what ifs. If he wouldn't have wadded it up, it
He
would have
would've
came
been-
down to the last round.
It would have been. And it would have given more
Yeah.
motivation because, let's be honest, we all know that him, Eli, and Kenny mailed it in at that last race. If he doesn't get hurt, and I went back and looked at the points, if he would have just been where he was the rest of the season, because he was only like, 8 points out when he crashed, he would have been right there the last round. It would have been like 2 or 3 points between him and Eli. And I think that would have been a whole different situation then.
Yep.
Because I've got to the point that I trust Coop now more in pressure pack situations than I do anybody else in the class. And I mean, he proved a lot in those Salt Lake races because it was him, Eli, and Zach were the only ones to win races. But didn't he actually have the best finishes, average finish through those last 7 rounds?
Yes. Yeah, he scored the most points, too.
So,
Made the most money.
yeah.
Ever.
He's probably making a lot of money right now, though. I think with not winning the 2020 championship and him looking back on it, and I know that he doesn't make excuses, but he can go, it's because I literally didn't get around to points. And then the way outdoors went, obviously not racing other than the first round, I think that he's more motivated now than he was going into 2019. And a motivated Coop right now is the last thing anybody wants to see.
He's not going to have COVID either.
Yeah, I mean,
He already got it.
And that was another thing too. Like, and I don't really want to talk about that, but we know how that affected him in St. Louis, and they won.
he's a race winner and a title combatant. That's what I got to say about it.
Yeah, I mean,
How many races does he win this year?
Or
I think he
Four or
I think
five?
he has the possibility of winning the most
that's
of anyone.
Okay.
I don't know what that number is, but I think he has the possibility of winning the most.
agreed.
Huh?
Agreed.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. He's definitely got a possibility of winning a lot of races.
We already know who your 3 picks are.
I already know who your title choice is going to be. I think I have.
Yeah, we gotta wait.
I
till,
think I have a
Actually, I don't.
I
Actually,
think I
don't
have a
know.
feeling of who his.
I don't know. We gotta wait till the end, but it's like 3 dudes.
I have a feeling, and it's going to be so off the wall.
Rattle
what
off
the hell
the
are
three.
you
No,
doing?
I don't want to because I already.
No,
It's
I'm
going to
gonna
be between Sexton, Osborne, and ACC.
Because you're like, they're the next coming.
First off,
What?
y'all are wrong.
Whatever.
So just take out Sexton and it's AC and Zacco.
It's also not correct, but that's fine. Go ahead.
Wow. Okay. All right. Never mind.
So anyway, anything else you guys want to talk about Coop, or did I just change his battery so we could spend 37
I'm just
seconds?
like, if it comes down to it, Coop, to me right now, he is the whole package.
Is he the Tuesday night special like he was the Wednesday night special?
I think he could be the Saturday, Tuesday special of like. It will not surprise me if he wins back-to-back races.
Coop to me is the whole package. He has the speed, he has the racecraft,
The
he has
determination.
the starts, he has the team behind him, the motivation, and he plays the mind games better than any of them I've ever thought
And
of.
can we also say that, at least in Salt Lake, whatever they got figured out with that shock or that link system, he looks damn good at the whoops now.
Yeah.
He got back to where he was always rhythming through. That was the big thing that separated him in 2019. Dude, he skimmed the whoops almost better than anyone other than Malcolm Stewart in Salt Lake. And the team video, the photo shoot, he looked great. So now if it's not going to be a mind game with him, like, hey, do I have to skim these at the beginning of the night so I got a good feel what they're going to do when they break down, or I'm just going to bang through them.
And if he needs to jump through them, we know he's going to be
Yeah.
in there. He's got all these tools in his bag.
And I just think, like I said, out of a season that is the most stacked ever, I think that he is the one guy, though, that can work his way through because of his racecraft.
How many more years do you think before he quits Alden's program?
I don't see him lasting on that program either.
A year, 2?
It
Yeah,
depends.
because-
It depends on how this season goes. If he wins another title, I think he goes to back up his title. If he wins that title, then we see. But
I think whenever his KTM contract runs out.
Interesting.
think so.
Yeah, and I think that he moves away from KTM. And I don't know where he ends his career, but I don't think he ends on KTM.
You think he goes back to his aluminum frame?
Yeah.
I think as good as that bike is and as well as he looks on it, he ain't going back to aluminum.
Yeah, that knows me. I just, man, it seems weird to. For whatever reason, I have a hard time seeing him ending his career on KTM.
Gas.
They're not letting him go.
They're probably throwing an assload of money at him.
They're
Maybe like a
not.
Roxon situation. at
They're
Honda.
not letting him go.
I mean, where's his options to go back to?
I think he can go. I think he can go
Japanese.
anywhere.
He can go anywhere he wants, but
I don't think so.
Why not?
Honda's full.
Wow.
It will be full.
We think that because of Roxon, but if Roxon doesn't race too many more years, they aren't really full.
Well, as soon as Roxon leaves, they're gonna bring Jet up. Oh yeah, 100%. Fresh batteries, and here we go.
cut a little bit off Coop.
Yeah, it's fine, whatever. We were done talking about Coop. We were just talking about Golden Jet, which is no big deal. It's totally fine.
No.
Anyway,
There's a lot
okay.
of hype on that kid, man.
Yeah.
Rockstar Husky.
Dino first.
Dino first.
New program this year.
New program.
2021.
Yeah, but that program,
Yeah.
watching his vlogs and stuff, he's
It's
out
kinda
there
sick.
riding by himself.
Yeah.
Although he's riding with Jess Pets.
Yeah.
Woo.
Although his house in Florida is sick.
Who?
Dino's.
Oh, I
With the
haven't seen it
pool,
yet.
With the
lake.
pool, that thing is sick.
No wonder he married Tara.
I know, it's sick. Anyways, I mean, like, dude, I just want to go.
Okay.
I just want to go there to just live in the house. I don't want to even ride. I just want to live there.
You should Airbnb it out for us.
Oh man, as long as
But
it's chicken
man,
for it.
Dean, man, he's at the tail end of his career, and he's never, ever come into a season healthy on a 450.
Is he going to be healthy this time though?
Maybe.
I don't know. We still got what, 3 weeks left,
Okay, he crashes the
Anything
window.
could happen.
and that's what happened before.
Yeah, quite a bit actually. KTM days, Cowie days.
Exactly. So, and yeah, this new program, well, Baker program. He's not
But he's
on
actually
the Baker.
he's actually
program.
been on the Baker program for a while now. Like that's the thing that people don't realize. He like went down to Eldon's the first year he was on Husky.
Right, and he's not on the Eldon Baker program. He's
No, he's
not
on the Seth
doing laps
Rarick.
with Coop. He's not doing laps with whatever. He's just,
He's on the Seth Rarick program.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
talking about chicks with Seth Rarick. That's all they're doing.
Well, whatever happens.
So I guess it just depends on how healthy he is. I mean, I think that if we know that if he has any injury at all, though, with the quick turnaround, it's done. It's over with. He's gonna have a rough year.
Yep.
I think he's gonna be another 8 to 15 guy, but more.
Like Sealy being A.
Yeah,
We're good.
like 8 to 15, but could I see flashes of brilliance in the heat race? Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
get a top 3, maybe get a
He's
win.
really good at sneaking random podiums.
Yeah, I know. Like, what was it, Indy 3 years ago or whatever? 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
That and end of the year last year.
Yeah. Wow. We'll get into that when we talk about another guy on this team.
No.
That was just a shit show. Anyways, I think this is going to be another year for Dean. Now, if he stays healthy, then maybe he could do a couple positions higher because he's staying healthy, but
I think he just tried to pull like a Mookie year and just finish every race.
I think that'd be smart, actually.
He already
Yeah.
tried doing that.
Yeah, he just does.
Just try it. Still failed.
He takes one knee out, or the other knee's out, or the shoulder goes out.
Yeah,
I mean, Eli fucked him up back in the day.
he did.
God, he
Eli
ruined
ruined
he
his
ruined
career.
that kid's career.
He did.
Oh, terrible. Okay, so let's talk about Jason Anderson.
Man,
God, if he could get a start in the mains.
Man, so back to Moto TMZ stuff. Anderson has a female,
Oh, does he
a
now?
consistent female, yes.
Weird. So I mean, he's...
And I don't know if that's going to be a distraction because his female is an EDM DJ.
I think with Anderson's that.
Oh, boy.
That honestly does not surprise me.
doesn't
with his-
surprise me at all either, but yep.
So-
Okay, I see where this is going.
Are they going to be partying? Are they doing Molly?
Here's the thing.
Is he getting dragged into that lifestyle?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think with Anderson's attitude, I don't think any of that shit affects him. I think he actually thrives better when
Just
he's
having
chaos.
fun like that?
Because, perfect example, 2018 title. Look what happened in 2019 when all the pressure was on him.
Yeah.
He came out and laid a goose egg.
Yeah.
I think that Anderson is the one guy
He's like a Dennis Rodman.
in a professional racing setting, GPs included, where chaos around him is actually his calm space. I don't think that shit gets to him. I think he actually is like, hey, I'm loose, I'm good, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, it kind of, if you watch The Last Dance, he's like in a weird roundabout way, like the Dennis Rodman of
I'm
our.
gonna go to Vegas for 4 weeks, and I'm gonna do blow off a hooker's ass.
And then I'm gonna come work my
And
ass
then I'm
off
gonna
and
go
be
win a
good.
championship.
He runs a loose program.
He does. A very loose.
And it didn't look stellar last year.
I think
Well-
Jason is a lot tighter behind the scenes than what you think.
Hold on though. It did not look good because of his starts were shit in the mains. You look at his heat races,
I guess.
they were great.
But
He had a lot of consistent force too.
I mean, I guess, but again, you don't get paid for winning a heat race. I mean, you do, but
You
you
do.
know.
But the thing though is that if you take away those, what'd you say?
I said Davalos would beg to differ.
Yeah,
and
Davalos
paid
would
on
beg to
theirs.
differ. So would Justin Hill and everybody else.
No,
Uh,
Lost in Hills.
If you take out those shit starts in the mains, it was a completely different year for him. But that he could not catch a break. His starts were terrible in the
There was
mains.
an Anaheim race I watched that he faded pretty fucking hard.
Was it a Triple Crown?
And he had some.
No.
He had some bad luck too. Like he was out front leading the whole moto at the Triple Crown, and then it red flags.
Or you go back to the last race of the year where he's literally yarding everyone and his fucking seat falls off. So,
Well, you know, I mean, shit happens, bro.
yeah, but that's my point though, is it's out of his doing. Not all that stuff was his fault though.
Well, no, not all of
So
it.
for me,
I'm just saying, specifically, I've seen, like I said, I've been going back, I think about 5 rounds in. He faded in a race, and I went, that's not a good look.
But he did fade, but he ended up usually, like Cole just said, 4th or 5th though. That's the difference.
I think he was like 6th or 7th, but that was, and that was a bad fade, because he was pretty far up there to start with.
I think
I'm an Anderson guy.
I think he'll be fine.
I'm an Anderson guy. I like Anderson. I didn't really before because the whole Cole Seeley thing. I was more
Yeah.
on the Cole
Cole
Seeley
talked
side.
about that on the Gypsy Tales too.
Good episode as well. But it's just for me, it's going to be interesting to see how like I talked about with Fortner, man. A female really messes with you. And it can be very, very positive, or it can be very, very negative. So coming into a new season with a new chick, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens. Especially a chick that's a DJ, like those people, that crowd of people. I'm not necessarily saying they're bad people, but
They do a lot of drugs.
maybe they do, maybe they don't. But their way about going about life isn't very structured, or
It's not strict.
Yeah.
it's not the lifestyle you need to be a professional motocross racer at the elite level.
But I will say the thing about Anderson though is I think with him, he's got his own money, he's got his own shit he's dealing with. If he feels like she's messing with his head, I think he'll just dump her. I don't think with Anderson, well, he had a chick when he won his title.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He had a chick that apparently they'd been together for a long time.
Really?
And
Weird.
apparently she's gone because I didn't know he had a new chick. I knew he had a girlfriend, but I didn't know he had a new chick.
I know some other behind the scenes.
So my point is
you'll
that
laugh about.
I get what you're saying and I agree with it, but I think Anderson is one of those guys that if he's not gonna be like Fortner where he's gonna, you know, if he gets dumped, he's gonna get in his feelings and all of a sudden he's gonna want
No,
to try.
I don't think. Yeah.
He'll be like, well, I don't need
I'll
you.
just go grab the next one.
Yeah, exactly. I got enough money in the bank and I got enough of my own stuff dealing with. Like, I don't need you. Bye. So I think that Anderson is the one guy that's equipped mentally to deal with that because I just don't think he cares. Which sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. But I
He's
just,
a unique guy, man.
Yep,
I'd
that's for
like,
sure.
I'd like to hang out with him.
I would too. I think it'd be fun as shit hanging out with that little crew.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Team Pride, baby.
let's get to the head
I
guy
like
on
Team
this
Pride.
team.
I want to get a shirt.
Let's get to the head guy on this
I got
team.
a
You
sick
said
shirt that I'll wear on the next show.
do it. You said head guy on this team?
Head guy on this team. Zach Osborne.
He's the second guy.
Oh my God! He gets an outdoor championship and all of a sudden he's top tier in Supercross.
Title contender.
No way, dude!
100%.
No
Listen,
way! I
think-
knew you were gonna do this.
He'll contend for a race win.
Not even that. I don't even think he does that. I don't even think he does
I'll hold
that.
that yawn in.
There's
You
no
don't think
proof
he's
of
gonna
that.
win a race?
No, I think he can win a race. I don't think there's any
That's
proof.
high on the way over here.
I don't think there's any proof that he's all of a sudden a top tier guy on Supercross.
100%.
There's
Off of what? What's the proof?
Won a race, won a title.
Outdoor title, not
outdoor
Supercross.
title
Doesn't
is
matter.
irrelevant.
Yes, it does.
I-
Eli Tomac would beg to differ up until last year.
100% doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Eli Tomac's a completely different
Yes,
case
he's a
than
completely
Zach
different,
Osborne.
more accomplished, faster guy than Zach Osborne ever will be.
100% wrong.
No,
You
100%
are.
right. You know what? Here's why, and I knew you were going to do this, so I actually went back and did some research and looked at all this.
Hey.
Zach Osborne, one race win, and we all agree you got to hand it to him. He got lucky. He did not earn that race win.
Sure.
Okay, because he was 8 seconds back when Anderson's seat fell off. He wasn't catching him.
Got to be in a spot to win it. Got to be in it to win
You
it.
got to be in it to win it because your teammate's seat fell off? No. Second off, there was only one other time in his 2 years since
That
he's
was
been in the
God
class.
smiling down and
Whatever,
giving
dude.
the hand of, hey,
There's
you
only
should win a race.
one other time, East Rutherford 2019, that he was in contention to win a race, and that was only because Eli decided to crash 4 times in the whoops. And he still didn't win. Coop beat him. And
That was a completely different year.
last time I checked, this is 2 years now that he has not made it through the whole entire season that he hasn't missed races.
We're way past that.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
Not even close.
See us win that outdoor title?
Outdoors.
Yeah.
Eli Tomac had 3 of them before he won a Supercross
Outdoor
championship.
has nothing to do
It
with
has nothing to do with it. It's apples to oranges.
We have
It's not the same
so
thing.
much more years of experience
No.
on our belt.
And you have 1 more year of being older.
We are golden.
You got
we are
a
title contender.
Nope, not a title contender.
You want to make some
100%.
bets?
Multiple wins.
No,
Title
Let's
No.
make some bets.
Sure.
How? Hold on. How can you go from a guy that wins 1 race, has never been in a position to win a Supercross championship, he wins an outdoor title that has nothing to do with Supercross, and now all of a sudden he's going to win multiple races?
Dude.
Did everybody get slower?
It's called momentum.
It's not the same thing.
This guy
Yes,
is
it
such
is.
a homer.
No, it's not.
He's got
He gets on my
momentum.
shit about getting on guys, but yet he's over there spewing nothing but bull.
He's got momentum. He
Not
had momentum.
Supercross.
He had momentum coming out of Supercross with that win.
Travis.
You gotta
led
hand
to
it to
our
him.
outdoor
He does
victory.
not have momentum in Supercross.
And now we've got that outdoor
No.
title,
Oh my
and we got
God.
momentum carrying into
He
the
is
season
like-
here.
No.
2021's our year, baby.
No. Put this money where your mouth is.
2021's our year.
No, it's not.
Put the money where your mouth is.
What
Let's
kind
make
of
a
money,
bet.
What kind of money do you want to
Let's
put?
make a
what's
bet.
What's the bet?
How many that he wins a race?
That he wins a race?
Yeah.
That's the bet you want to
No,
put?
he says he's going to win multiple races, and he's going to
He
be a title
is.
contender.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
you just want to bet that he's going to win a race?
I'm gonna bet that he wins multiple races.
You want to bet against him winning multiple races?
Yes.
Okay. How much do you want to bet?
Whatever Justin owes me from the ants today.
How much do you owe him?
$20.
Oh, that's it? Oh, yeah, I'm in on that.
All right.
I'm in
Lock
on
it in.
I'm telling you, it's
Let me
not
just-
happening.
let me
Maybe
just write it on the
maybe
note sheet.
Bones or one of the guys that watch the show a lot document that.
I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. You don't make jumps like that big of jumps in 1 year when you've already been in the class for 2. There's no proof of it. Outdoors, at least in 2019, his rookie season, he won a moto. He was leading races. Supercross, he's never been in that position in the 2 years he's been in the class, so there's no proof of that. There's no proof for me to go off that that's going to happen. I just don't see it. Plain and simple.
Oh, he's writing this down.
I know, he
Contract.
is.
We signing our names next to it too.
No.
I just don't see it.
I'm sorry, what did you say that was irrelevant? Because I was writing.
No, me and Cole were talking. You know what I'm saying, though. I don't see it. Now, if he goes out and does it, then there's proof of it. But if we go off of proof what you've done beforehand, and beforehand, he has just been an average top 5 guy
Yep.
up until this
What
point.
was his outdoor proof before he won that title?
Did you not hear what I just said?
He's gonna keep harping on
Did
this.
you not see
But
what I
I'm
just
on your
said?
side. Outdoors is a whole different animal and has nothing to do with Supercross.
In 2019, he had won a moto already his rookie year in Southwick, and he had led races. The one time before 2020 in Supercross was East Rutherford, and he didn't win. And the only reason he was in that position is because Eli crashed 3 times. Up until that point, go back and look at the races, he has never been in a position to win a race.
We're going to win multiple races.
No,
and
you're
be a
not.
title contender,
No.
and I'm going to win $20.
No, you're not.
Dude,
gonna be
No,
fucking
you're not.
I can't wait to get $40.
So, all right, so out of Eli, Kenny, Coop, AC,
That's the end of the show.
which one of those guys is he faster
Don't
than?
get this fired up yet. That's
I'm
not-
just telling you. He's not faster than
He was
any of
faster
them.
than all of them the last round of Supercross,
Then he wasn't faster than Anderson.
and then he was faster than everybody outdoors. It's crazy.
Actually, he
Won
wasn't.
a title
actually,
and a race. It's weird.
Actually, I'm pretty sure AC was putting
taking
kind
a
of putting it
backseat
to him.
right now.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, man. If we're talking outdoors, you're completely correct. Supercross, you're not right.
I cannot wait for how dumb you're going to look when he's winning multiple races.
We can't
And-
wait to see how dumb you look.
See, but the difference is, though, I've been doing the show long with it. He won't concede to anything, though, after it happens.
He's like, oh.
Oh, you know.
We're going to be fine. We're going to win multiple
No.
races, and
No.
we're going to be a title contender.
And what are you going to say if he doesn't?
Well, then I'm sure one of my other guys is going to
Exactly, because you got like 49,000 different dudes.
Oh, here we go. I just got an alert on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, this is great.
Pornhub?
This is great radio.
Is it Pornhub?
Zach Osborne practice crash.
You're shitting me.
I'm serious, dude.
No way.
Yeah.
No, he's lying.
Yeah, I'm fucking with
That's
you.
awesome.
Wouldn't shock me, though, because he likes to crash a lot in Supercross.
Yeah, that wouldn't have shocked me either, but...
You were shook, dude.
I
I
was
was
like-
about to take $20 right
Hey,
there.
man, what happens if he just needs him to make it to
Whoa, whoa,
H1?
whoa. You don't get $20 till we get to the
Oh,
last
there's
two races.
stipulations.
Well, I mean,
No.
he missed. Dude, it's okay though because he already missed 2 rounds in 2020.
Because
So
if we get to the last 2 races and then he, doesn't win one of those, then yes. Then
Are
we
you
can't
gonna
win
put a
one.
big old asterisk if he gets hurt? You're not gonna owe me $20.
No.
of course not.
That
No,
should be an
that's
easy
not
20.
That's not an asterisk.
He's also gonna make it
All
in
right.
shoes too.
Anything else with the Rockstar Husky before we move on to the last 2
just an-
teams?
it's just
Team
an
Pride,
average.
baby.
It's just
Rockstar Husky. I've got one on my Facebook for sale. Rockstar Edition, 18 and a half.
the Gautier Paulin edition.
Yep, it's got a 21 on it. It can be Paulin or it can be Anderson. But you know what? Most importantly, it can be yours. All you got to do is just write a check, give me some cash, or I might do the raffle. $100 a spot. You
Like I
want
just said, to write a
$450?
check, cash, like that's how you normally sell things.
Yeah. All right.
Or join the
Anyway,
raffle. Add me on Facebook.
we're going to take a break. We'll come back.
Wow.
We've got 2 more teams to do here. I think we're going to do them in separate sections too because these are pretty big ones to talk about. So we will be right back with our last 2 teams. Okay, next team.
Ooh.
2 to go. HRC Honda here.
Are we down to the last 2?
We are
Yeah,
down to the
man.
last 2.
Wow.
Honda and Cowie.
I feel like we're missing people.
HRC Honda.
Want to go with Sexton first? He's a rookie.
Sure.
Going to be a struggle bus season.
Really?
Yes. Struggle bus
Sexton,
season.
I don't
Smooth
like his
criminal.
attitude approach. He just thinks he's king shit. He thinks he's Michael Jordan rocking the 23. He thinks his shit don't stink.
Let me
And
throw
I
that
hope he
wild
gets
card
it.
out there though.
I hope he gets
What?
his shit.
Stu.
We've already
We've
talked
got
about this.
Stu.
We've already talked about
I'll
this.
We've got Stu.
I don't give a shit.
We're in it
care
with
either.
Stu.
I don't care either.
I don't give a shit.
What is his ceiling?
Well, he has a high ceiling. I think
4th.
5th. Not a race win. Not even
Podium.
close. Nope.
Podium.
You're high.
I'm not going with a win. I'm not
Nope.
that high this morning.
Nope.
Podium.
Nope. You want to know why I know that's not right? Because AC, his ceiling last year was a podium, and he's not on AC's level from this past year, going into Supercross.
I will.
And before you get moving, I don't want to hear your bullshit outdoor argument because that's irrelevant.
No, it's irrelevant. And once again, you want to talk about another guy that got his shit handed to him. He got that win handed to
I
him.
think Smooth and I think Stu.
Stu,
What's Stu gonna do? Say, hey, send the squad. All you gotta do.
What's he
is
gonna do?
wide
Stu
open.
gonna lose about 30 pounds, dress up in a Michael Jordan thing, and go out and hit the wall for him?
Maybe. I mean, that'd be awesome.
I mean,
Paint himself white.
I can agree that maybe some Stu stuff is rubbing off on him because I go back to that moment at Paul at the last race.
Yeah, that's actually.
Where he did. Stu's the only guy I've ever seen use the front end of the bike like that, where there's a small jump,
Where he
a
clipped the
big
top
one,
of it, yeah.
and he uses the forks, compresses it, and drives the bike through it.
Yeah.
I did see him do that, and if he can do little things like that,
Which
then yeah,
is-
he'll be good. But little things like
Stu.
that aren't going to be at every round.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that because Stu's going to see a section out there and talking about Gypsy Tales. Chad and Ricky did an interview with him at the Australian round, and they were talking about that. How he just, I see a quad out of a corner. I'm going to go 3-3-3 through a section. Be like, I don't see that. I see 3-2-1 or 3-1 or whatever. So Stu's going to see sections like that if he's with him or he's talking to him at every round. But once again, though, you're talking about 2 different styles. I don't see, especially now that Chase is on a 450,
And-
Chase, if he sees a quad, Chase's style is not just hang it out and be the first one to huck a gnarly line.
No, but he's smooth.
And I don't.
But you
know,
got to have the cojones to do it. And I don't see Chase doing that.
Does Chase give in to the pressure of Stu? Stu's like, dude, there's a quad out there, do it. Does he try to do it and yard his shit?
Like, for example, an on-off section, Stu would be like, I could quad that. Chase is just going to go either 2 over the table and 1, or he's going to just on-off. He's not going to huck the whole thing. I don't see it. Like, I can see it helping him for, hey, maybe you should do this. But once again, though, you're talking about 2 different approaches, 2 different styles, and being smooth doesn't lend yourself to doing stuff like that. You got to be willing to do it. And I don't see Chase being willing to hit the deck just because Stu told him to.
No.
That's the difference.
Podium guy.
5th.
Podium.
I would not be surprised to see him get a podium, but I'm not banking on it.
But
5th.
it will also not surprise me if he hits the deck at some point.
See, I don't see him hitting the ground a lot. That's the difference. I just see him not being good enough.
I
Right
see
away.
him getting too involved in the mental game. I think he lets things get to him.
And he's not going to push dudes around.
That could be.
And he's
Yeah, I think he, like the whole star thing.
Well,
Oh,
Cole-
Shane was trying to do this to me. Shane was doing this. The star guys.
Well, you know what they'll tell-
Now there's 10 of those star guys.
And you know what
out
the
there.
team will tell him? Well, you're in the 450 class now, so do
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying.
And so, like the whole thing with Colt Nichols, like what happened at the last round, that's not going to happen in the 450 class. Like you're not going to get away with doing that because that's the thing. What happens the first time he gets to do it with Freeze?
Even a guy like Freeze kills
What's
him.
going to happen to him? Chase is going down.
Yep.
So
And then he's going to whine about it.
And then what's going to happen? It's just going to keep happening over and over again because you're not the big dog anymore. So I think that Chase could have a good season. I don't see him crashing a lot, but I think his ceiling is 5th. And I think that, I don't know what you have on that list, but I think on average he's 8:15. I just don't see it. If AC couldn't do it, I don't see Sexton doing it. The only thing you could say is maybe Sexton will stay on 2 wheels, but he's not faster than AC is.
No, he's not faster.
Raw speed ain't there.
But I could see him doing it, like you said, staying on 2 wheels. But
Maybe the Monster Cup, or not the Monster Cup, but the Triple Crown, whatever round we have that at, where the mains are shortened.
Yeah.
Maybe then, but
He's gonna. I mean, he's on a Honda. He's gonna get started.
Yes.
He's smooth. We've seen that. We all seem to agree on that. That he's smoother. I mean,
But is his willingness to go far and beyond his comfort zone late in those races going to be a thing?
yeah, that.
'Cause I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. All right, Ken Roxon.
Man, this is another.
Big old
question
question mark.
That's what I'm
You wrote
saying.
that back
dude. Like,
on the screen, but that's
Okay.
fine.
I'm a little nervous, dude.
Really?
I'm nervous about
Are you
this.
both nervous? Because you took a big sigh right there.
I think it's his last year.
Man, it's just.
Man.
I'm not kidding. I think he's.
As much as I like Kenny, you know I'm a Kenny homer. But man, just going back and watching races, and they've got all the Supercross rewinds and stuff. of That year he came out on that Honda. Oh my God, dude.
Oh, I know. We were there. We were there
we
for
were
the
there.
first
We
time.
watched it in
We
real
watched
life.
it, and you guys were probably just like, holy
Well,
shit.
even the far line where everybody was trying to 3 in and he was just going
Yeah.
2-1 and squaring off that corner. Like,
Well, no, it was a 3-3 section, and he was going 2-2
Oh,
all
yeah,
night
yeah, that's
on
right.
the far end. Yeah.
And still made it faster.
oh yeah, because it set him up for the
He
next
was
corner
in left
better.
field. Yeah.
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 So-
I remember. Trust me. I remember.
I mean, if he can do stuff like that, then yeah, he'll be. I mean, he's Kenny. Like, some night he can just be the guy.
He's gonna rattle off wins, I think.
I
But
think he's gonna win, but
yeah, I'm with you.
when
What's the other
when has
shooter
Kenny ever had a consistent championship? He
drop? Not
hasn't.
Supercross.
He hasn't on a 450.
His
Supercross.
outdoors were consistent, but Supercross no.
And
No.
I'm telling you, I've been watching those first races from last year, and man, you get like St. Louis where he went out and rattled it off, and then you get like Oakland where he pull shots and he's leading, but then Tomac just winds him in and just goes.
Well, even look at the one round where Coop on the last corner checked up, Kenny doubled in the corner,
Yeah.
he checked up, squared it off, and at the apex he slammed the shit out of Kenny's inside.
That was
or Daytona. Roxon should have won Daytona.
He should have.
Yep.
There's no doubt in my mind. He was so far out.
But
Like, that caliber of a rider, you should have been able
or
to.
you look at Atlanta where he just blitzed everyone by 12, 13
Oh, yeah.
seconds.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's so.
Or Salt Lake.
Yep.
Man, that's why it's just a question mark to me. Like, he.
Well, I mean, you go Salt Lake from getting lapped to winning the race.
To getting third
Yeah.
to. Did he win too? No.
He's
he won
so
one.
up and down and frustrating to watch because I like him so much. And again, off track stuff, it's a factor. Does the kid?
Now he's got a kid.
Does the kid do anything?
That's why I think he's done. I'm telling you, I think after this year, I think he's done. I think he's got another year on his contract, but I still think he's done after this year.
I think he goes into business stuff.
He's got so many opportunities with
He's
Red
got
Bull,
plenty of
Fox,
money, yeah, he's got
or
opportunities.
with Honda. Or honestly, I could see him going with Pete Fox's new company and being part of that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be some gear that us common people aren't going to be able to afford because Pete Fox is.
But you see what I'm
he's
saying,
like with
though?
the Yeezy brand and
So
stuff like
you're
that.
saying I need to buy.
But do you see what I'm saying though? I think that he could move away from being the Fox guy and being the Renan
Go do his own
spokesperson.
thing.
Yes, with them. He has so many opportunities. So even if this is Kenny's last year, he's not going anywhere. He's going to be in the
He's
industry.
gonna be
He's going to
there.
do something. You
He'll
know?
be out throwing whips in the hills.
Well,
and all
and
this
he's also a big fan of designer clothing and watches and all that.
Yeah.
He's got all that. So I think that Kenny, I do agree, I think he wins races, but I think it's going to be another one of those situations where if he's not winning, he's either third or he's seventh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
But here's the thing, do those race wins, though, keep him in contention?
I
like,
That's the thing. Because he did did this year.
and I talked about it last year on the show. I think I remember saying that his consistent speed is higher than everybody else,
Yes.
and it really shot me in the foot because when the times where he wasn't feeling it, and I believe that his off switch was faster than a lot of people. It wasn't.
No.
He was back in like 7th, 8th, just like, what the hell's going on, dude?
Which this 2021 is going to be even more so because if Kenny gets a 14th place start, he might go to 9th.
Yeah.
He ain't going any higher.
So, does the time off that he took for outdoors, does that heal whatever issues he's having? Because, let's be real, this is the first time he's really had a break.
He also said he was off the bike for almost the whole entire summer, and he didn't even get back on the bike till October.
Well, you heard that bike that they caught him riding the first time there?
Stock.
He bought that.
Yeah, and it was all stock. It
Yeah.
didn't. It had OEM suspension on it.
Like that wasn't a, hey, we're going to give you this, go ride a little bit. That was a, he had to go to a dealership and find one and buy it.
Can you imagine working at the dealership?
They got Ken
Ken
Roxon.
Roxon.
Come
Well, it was the
walking
same thing when Chad went in and bought his bikes. It'd be the same thing.
That's so weird, though. Like, you're Honda's guy, and you can't get a fucking bike?
I don't. That's an interesting deal too. I don't know what the story is on there.
I don't know either.
Here's the thing, and also too, talking about the bike situation with the new bike, the way he started off, he didn't go off and put on factory parts right away
Yeah.
when he was riding. They started from a stock
Yeah,
base.
yeah.
So maybe he's not chasing a bike setup either.
And I think maybe that was part of his plan too. Maybe
I think
Honda,
it's smart.
Yeah, maybe Honda was like, "Hey, we're gonna start you here," and he's like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go buy my own bike."
Maybe Eli should have taken notice all those years with Cowie because it's a smart idea. I don't understand why these guys, because then they're just chasing their tail the whole entire offseason.
Yep.
Because everybody knows, even small tweaks to a chassis or a motor, it doesn't work out when you start putting those parts in the year before. And maybe he comes out and maybe the bike is just, I don't know, he just gels with it different. I mean, the bike was great this past year,
Yep.
but I think Kenny, we have a lot of question marks, but I think he's the biggest one because we just don't know where he is. And I'm sick and tired of talking about this with him. It's
Yeah.
so annoying. Everybody's like,
Don't
where
worry,
is
we
his...
don't have that much longer to talk about this.
It bothers me so much. Every year we talk about where's his health?
Yeah.
What is his mindset going to be? So,
I'm just clinging on to. Let's think about since his injury, he really fought, and he borderline rushed getting back.
yes.
He should have sat that season out and let the arm heal even more. But that was the chip on his shoulder. He wanted to prove he could be back. And I think now he's kicking himself in the ass because he burnt his body out so
Yeah.
hard trying to get back.
And then look, he got hurt again.
And then he got hurt again. And then he was rehabbing that other arm. And then, boom, fighting to get back for outdoors, road outdoors. Like, he really hasn't had a break on his body.
Here's the question, though. Last thing I'll say about him is we don't know, but you talk about all the time off he's now finally had. He's got, his home life is obviously in order. His mind is right. If his body's right. What will be more shocking, though? If he comes out and he has another season like he did this past year in 2020, or because of that break, he comes out and he is 2017 Kenny, where he's coming out and dominating. What will be more shocking?
I think it'd be more shocking to me to have him come out and just be head and shoulders above everybody else.
I'd be more shocked if he's still up and down.
So it won't shock you if he comes out and kills it because of the time off?
No. Because what are you going to do? You're just going to be like, oh, well, he had all that time off and he rested and recovered and everything, and now his mind's right, everything.
Yeah.
I don't base anything off the first round because there are so many guys that come out in the first round, and Kenny being one of them. Like, he probably has the most A1 wins out of anybody in the field right now.
To your point on that, though, do you think this year might be different, though, because now we're not at A1?
No. It's
Dude,
going to be weird.
And I did think about that earlier in the
Because
show. It's H1. It's not Anaheim. You're not getting on the same
Everybody
flight. You're
isn't
not going to
there.
the same hotel. You're not doing all that
and
stuff.
everybody, the whole industry is not there. The stadium isn't going to be as packed. Like, I don't know. Kenny, I think for me this year, or 2021, nothing is going to surprise me with him.
Nope.
He wins, it's not going to shock me. If he's
It's just Kenny's going to Kenny. That's all I can say.
Kenny's
we'll
Kenny.
see.
Kenny's Kenny.
All right.
All right, anything else with
And I'm
Honda?
a big Kenny guy.
So am I.
Anything else with Honda? No? Okay, cool. We're going to take one last break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk Kawasaki. We're going to wrap this up. And we'll be done with our 450 preview show for 2021.
Yeet, yeet.
All right.
Okay, here we are, boys. Final team, Monster Energy Cowie.
Oh, I see he's got to be the first one.
Oh,
Okay, great.
Go ahead, pal.
Your mouth is wide open already.
Yeah, it's ready. You just...
Well, we're going to do great this year.
Okay.
How many teams are you on?
We,
Yeah, he's on
a
4.
bunch.
He's on Honda, he's on Husky, he's on Cowie. And,
I'm kind of like a hooter, and I just get
well,
around
that's
pits.
it. Well, he's on Geico. He's on both Honda teams. 250
I
and
am.
450.
What's wrong with this guy?
I'm in the Honda truck a lot.
Yeah, he's in the Honda truck a lot like Matt used to be.
So we're going to win races. And we are going to be a title contender. We.
Weenie.
I'll tell you what, those first
Weenie hands.
those first 4 races last year, we were good.
You were okay.
But not good enough.
You were good at A1, and then what happened in
We
St.
were
Louis?
good at A1.
St. Louis, you
About
were
died at A1, by the way.
Zach almost took you out.
St. Louis, we were not as great.
You were good at A1, and then you were good in Oakland, or no?
The
San
only
Diego.
other round that you were good at
San Diego.
was the one that Webb just annihilated you.
San Diego.
We came back after we fucking destroyed our tailbone in Glendale and finished 4th the next week.
That's okay. It's good.
That's a great week.
It's not like
considering we destroyed our tailbone.
Well, I mean, Coop went out and got second the next weekend
Chad-
after he completely killed himself.
Chad Reed literally said, like, yeah, I would not be riding this week with that.
Well, I mean,
So-
Coop destroyed his back and came out the next week and got second. So,
Well,
you know,
Coop is also an animal.
which is better.
Coop is also an animal.
I don't think Cincerella is an animal like Coop.
I think he's an animal.
I think we're doing pretty well. I think we're setting up great.
Speaking
for
of
this
more
year.
TMZ,
I think we.
AC's got a new chick.
I think
Why does everybody right now in the 450 class have a new chick?
he's got a new chick.
Either a
It
new
looked
chick
like
or
a
a
new
married chick.
Oh, I thought it was pretty.
And then a
solid.
chick on the side.
Yeah, and that one was deleted, and now he's got a new one.
Wow.
Who are you referring to that's a crazy pants? Their chick is a crazy
The
pants.
next guy we're going to talk about.
Okay, you have something that I don't know. I don't know anything about.
Yeah,
that.
what's your TMZ?
Anyways, let's talk about AC a little more.
Hey, Moto TMZ pod coming soon.
Coming soon. Yep. Anyways, AC. So wins and title contender, eh?
Wins the title contender.
So he's going to learn to stay off the ground.
somewhat.
Well, if he doesn't learn to stay off the ground, he's not going to be a title contender.
I think we're going to have some issues, but
So
they're
he's
going to be
not actually a title contender.
So it's like this is like a progressive thing. So like last year we kind of toned the issues down somewhat, and now this year we're going to tone them down even more.
You toned him
So
down.
I'm
in
not saying
outdoors.
we're not going to have any issues.
You toned it down in outdoors. You didn't tone it down in
We
Supercross.
toned it down. I mean, we went Rocket Man in outdoors in the first round. So
And AC, he's always talking about, and he knows his issues. He always says he knows his issues, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes down to it,
we got
he's the
smoothed
same
out
guy.
a lot.
He is.
We got smoothed out a lot on that 450. And
But outdoors, though.
solid.
Outdoors has never been his issue. It's always been Supercross where he hits
He's
the
always
ground.
been fine outdoors.
We're
Outdoors, he's always been fine. But
Look, we don't have
Supercross,
any issues.
I don't know.
We are fast. We have speed.
Here's
Like
the thing,
ball speed.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
got
that got you
ball speed.
nowhere. They got him nowhere in Supercross.
Ball speed.
They got him. They got
That
him.
ball speed rookie
almost-
season got him some wins and a
We
blowout
almost
shoulder.
won the first round.
Almost, but you didn't.
And,
Okay,
and
but
let's
that's-
go right back to my point. First round doesn't mean shit.
And then he crashed. The one other time was that race with Coop, where he actually looked like he was in control.
COVID.
God bless him.
COVID.
He looks like he was in control the whole entire main.
We are totally fine.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
That's not proven. That's not proven. He has got to be able to make it
There
through
we go.
the whole
You
season.
want to know who's not proven?
Who?
Shane McElrath is not proven, but you seem to think that
But I
he's
don't
gonna
think
be
Shane's
a
going to win a
fucking
race.
monster.
But I don't
We
think
didn't
Shane's
say,
going to win a
yeah,
race.
he's not going to be a title
He's not going to be a
contender.
title contender. There's a big difference between getting
That's
fifth
because
and
Shane
winning
doesn't
races.
have the outright speed to be a title contender.
And AC doesn't have the consistency to be an outright contender in
We are
Supercross.
going to be fine. We are going to win multiple
Y'all,
races.
didn't he say this in 2020? Before going to 2020, he was going to win races, and he didn't win
We are
one.
going to win multiple races, and we are going to be a title.
So hold on a second. We got 17 rounds, and you already said Zacho and AC are going to win multiple races.
Well, that could be like 2 each. That's multiple races.
I think the AC.
I don't know, man. Just go for
My
it.
thing about AC is I think because of his speed, he is the one guy. Because we know the last couple of years that Coop, Kenny, and Eli have been the constants. And for most part, it was Kenny and Eli before Dungey or after Dungey retired. AC has the speed to be that next guy in that group
Sure.
to break through. But once again, he's got to prove that in Supercross, kind of like what Jet has to prove this coming season, that he can stay off the ground when things aren't going right.
Jet's only been on the ground once.
That's actually false. He crashed quite a few different times in practice and in heat races.
He might have broke his collarbone that one time we hit the ground.
And because he tried to manual
We
through the
were
whoops
fine.
and then looped it.
We were fine. Just because he tried to stop you up the face of a triple.
Whatever.
No problem.
AC, to me, I cannot put him as a title contender until he proves he can make it through a whole season without hitting the
We're
ground.
going to be just fine. You're going to eat up.
Man, you have two title contenders right now that both are proven to hit the ground a lot in Supercross.
Yeah, man. don't know what you got going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
We're
you're
gonna
doing,
be
man.
fine. Would you like me to tell
You're a
you?
little bit of blind. You're just blind.
Would
when
you
it
like
comes
me
to
to
these
tell
So I like the multiple race wins and the points championship. Are you just looking at practice? Like he's
Oh no.
that's
No.
a lot of race wins in practice.
Yeah, man. Holy
Yeah.
crap!
He might win
We
the
are
practice.
He'll win
championship.
practice. He's gonna win practice probably every
Dude.
round.
We are winning multiple races.
He's like the local guy that goes to Martin. I won practice.
Or the guy that rides pitch bikes be like, yeah, man, I'm going pro.
All right, let's get to Tomac then.
There's a multiple race winner.
Yes.
Yes.
He's also
He also has a Porsche GT3
There
RS.
he's
It's for sale.
Yes, it's green. That's ugly.
way overpriced, but it's for
I
sale.
think it's
Whatever.
sick. Those things are worth that much money.
They're worth. He's about 18. Wait, what was it? 118 or was it 138?
I don't know, worth the money. If I had the money,
Whatever
I'd
he is
buy it.
over 100,000. He's that much over.
Sell me your shares of Moto Aftermath stock, and I'll be able to buy one.
First off, we're going public next week, so just calm down.
That's
Second,
yeah, that's
are
not
Are you going into a mutual fund?
No,
Oh, shitty IPO.
no, it's totally fine. Anyway,
Anyways.
so he is repeat.
Wait, what?
Yep.
So wait, you just gave your title contender or your title pick right there.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
He is repeating.
No.
Yep.
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Man, I would have agreed with you guys until I started watching this race.
Oh, hang on. Just stop. Hold that point.
Oh, boy.
Hold that point. What was he saying about how outdoors correlates to Supercross?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God, he sucked in outdoors. Like, there's no way he's gonna do good in Supercross. There's no
He
way.
likes to contradict
Positive
himself.
vibes only.
Huh?
Positive vibes.
So why is
only.
Eli he's gonna repeat? Why is he gonna repeat?
Dude, he still has it.
Nobody said he didn't.
As
That's the only
much
reason.
Nobody said he didn't have it.
as it hurts me to say it, because I would much rather see one of these other dudes we already talked about do it. He's gonna repeat.
Does he get his starts figured out?
I hope so.
Because if he doesn't get his
Make it
starts
a lot
figured out,
easier to repeat,
I don't see it.
dude.
I don't know, man. He ain't coming through the. Okay, again, I say this every year. He ain't coming through the pack like he.
But he didn't last year either, though.
He wasn't able
fuck
to
he
last
didn't.
year.
No, he didn't come through the pack and win. No, he didn't. He did. If you all the
Oakland?
races that he got
Oakland?
buried, he
Oakland?
would. What?
Oakland?
He was like what, 6th on the first lap? That's not buried.
Oakland, he came through not only once but twice.
From like 6th on the first lap, and he was 3rd by the end of it.
Yeah, that's coming through.
No, it's not. I'm talking about buried.
I mean, if he's in the top 3 in the start, then he's not coming through. If you're beyond 5th, you're coming through some dudes.
Though,
But
yeah,
you're
like
not
2.
coming through to podiums.
The one race that he came through and podiumed was Atlanta when he got into it with Baggett, and he still didn't win.
He is gonna repeat this time.
No, I don't think so.
Yep.
I don't agree. I don't
He's
agree.
still the fastest dude. Okay, fine. You want me to make this more politically correct? Him and Webb are going to battle for this title.
Yes.
Battle Royale.
Yes.
2 and 3, or 1 and 2 now actually.
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
and 2.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, but I don't think he wins it. Because like I said, I think that if Coop doesn't get injured last year, I think this is a completely different conversation.
Coop, I think Coop's got the mental edge on him, man. He plays the game.
I trust Coop more at the end of the season if we're in a points battle.
Yep,
I just do.
I do too.
Because Eli, yes, he won. Great. Hats off to him. He finally got the monkey off of his back. But, like I said, he wasn't in a pressure situation at that last round.
He was not, no.
Coop plays the games, man.
Coop does play the games, I would give you that.
How about that brake check on the first turn? That's
Or
what I'm saying.
that whole mud race.
All it takes is 2 or 3
What was
of
it,
those.
round 5 where they went back and forth the whole entire race?
Yep.
And Coop was just giving it to him left and right. And yes, Eli won the race, and Lappers had a lot to do with it. But that's my point, though, is everybody up till that race didn't know, well, can Coop actually beat Eli if he's in the battle with him, or can he hang with him? And he literally was, what, half a bike length behind him at the finish?
He was definitely in his head. Do you remember after it was the second to last round where Coop went out and won and Tomac didn't, and whatever Coop made it go to the last round? Tomac was pissed because he had to fight another round.
Well, the funny thing, too, about that one race is that, like, Eli, you think the Bulldog, the guy that blitzes through the whoops, especially when it's greasy and there's no traction, he's struggling to try to rhythm through it, and Coop's going out there and just passing him, blitzing through. So, I think those two are still the 1 and 2 guys, but I think that if Eli's starts are still off, it's going to be a different story. I think that it's going to be, like I said, I think since Coop missed a round of points, and we have to remember that it was a full round of points, and the fact that he was, how many did he lose by?
I don't remember.
Like 8,
No.
9. It wasn't double digits, I don't think.
I don't know.
The fact that he lost 25 points and still managed to get within single digits, I think, at the finish, that's impressive to me. So, I think that Eli is still one of the guys, but I don't think he wins it. I think Coop wins it. I do. I think Coop's the champ.
Okay. Who you got for a title?
So let's just go right into our title.
That's
picks.
where we're going.
Yeah, I think it's
That's where
Coop.
we're at.
I trust Coop more.
You guys are a bunch of homers.
My question though is this is kind of weird because when we're having this outdoor, you didn't pick Eli. You said that Eli, he was done. He wasn't winning another title. So what changed?
I went back and watched the first 5 races.
Yeah, but he didn't win all 5 races.
He did not win
How
all
many
5
did he even
races.
win? 1?
2?
So he won the Triple Crown, and then what was the other one?
He didn't win the Triple Crown.
I thought he did.
Ooh, Kenny won that Triple Crown.
Kenny
dominated
Tomac
Glendale.
couldn't touch him.
No. The other Triple Crown.
I don't know.
The California round.
I didn't get to
Remember when Eli caught and passed him? Or no, maybe that wasn't Triple
No,
Crown.
he ran Anderson down in the 3rd moto.
It wasn't.
In one of the Triple Crowns, he ran Anderson down.
What was the race in California where Kenny was out front and Eli ran him down?
Oakland, and then
That wasn't a Triple Crown, though, was it?
no.
Okay,
And
so he
then
won.
He ran him down, and then Eli crashed, and then didn't crash. He went off the track, gave the lead back
Then
up,
ran him down again.
Then ran him down
So
again.
that was the
pulled
one.
Back away.
What was the other one though? He won in the first 5. Because it went Barsha, Kenny.
What was the one the week before that? Because there was another one he won.
So he won 2 out of the first 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like pretty decently. I mean, like
The
Tomac,
Oakland round was dominant. I don't remember the other one,
I don't
so I'd have to
remember
go
the
back
other
and
one
watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be down to those two, though.
I think it's gonna be a battle too, and it wouldn't surprise me if Coop won. I'm just saying. After going back and watching, he looks fucking good.
You get a whiff of that?
No, man, get out of here.
Did you fart?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, though. We talk about the quick turnaround. This is another thing we got to talk about, though. If Eli has a bad race, if Eli has a bad race on Saturday,
Yeah.
going into the Tuesday,
Yeah.
where he goes back and he hammers out motos and he's trying to, hey, we got to fix the front end. We got to put these clamps on. If he gets behind early, though, it's going to be a lot harder for him to turn this. You sneeze weird.
I'm trying not to sneeze. Just fucking keep talking.
So, anyways,
Jesus
is there any like? Do you guys think there's any validity to that? That say he has a bad race on Saturday, him not having the time to turn it around.
Nice.
Are you talking about Eli?
Yes.
Does Eli have a bad race, bike problem? Does he,
Mentally, can he turn it around by Tuesday?
or does he need that mental stability? Does he hop on a private jet, fly to a track, do some testing, and come back?
Here's a question though: are they going to be allowed to do that?
I heard there's a team. I don't know who it is. I haven't heard who it is. I heard there's a team building a Supercross track in Houston right now. To be able to practice in Houston.
My question though is that doesn't do
How
any
was
good
that?
though when you go to Indy or Glendale or Arlington.
Yeah, Indy, they're all fucked.
So that's my point though. Are you allowed to leave though?
I don't know.
Because I don't think you're going to be able
Do
to.
you know anything?
No.
I don't know anything.
Well, you listen to all the podcasts. That's all I was asking you.
What team?
I don't know.
Houston?
I really don't know.
I'm going to guess
I
KTM.
just heard
No,
that
you know
that's
what?
happening.
With all the cocaine money, it's Star.
Yes, probably.
I would imagine the KTM group, Husqvarna, Gas, all of them.
Oh, yeah. Or like I said,
Could be.
Star with the cocaine money.
I don't know.
Giving us
You
all
think
that.
that's what it is?
Yes, I do. I think it's Monster has a lot of cocaine money.
You think Monster does?
Yes.
Why?
Are they like with the CIA or what?
Monster does have coke money in it?
Yeah, I think so. There was like a rumor a while ago, and even Mathis had commented on it, talking about like with the whole Hill situation.
He rescinded that so we can go to the monster parties now, by the way.
That's my point. There was like a rumor going around. I don't know.
Oh,
if
he
it
made a
started-
comment on it. That's why you got banned from Monster.
That's
Yes.
fake news.
What's up?
That's fake news.
Yeah. Well, the rumor before that. It wasn't. The rumor wasn't from him though. That's
I
the
would,
thing.
I would also like to go to the monster party, so I'm just gonna say.
My point is I'm not basing this off Mathis. I'm saying the rumor didn't come from him. He
You
found
know-
the rumor.
You know, you got some white on your nose too.
I do coke.
Breaking news.
I do cocaine. Get off my ass.
All right.
So anyways, no, I don't do cocaine, man. Just pills.
Let's move on here. Let's move on.
So yeah, title picks.
Do you think? Well, he picks Eli. We pick Coop. But that was my question. Do you think Eli is gonna be able to turn it around though if he has a bad race? Because I don't.
Sure.
Well, history says otherwise.
Sure. I don't fucking know.
Did he have any bad races in Utah?
No.
No.
No, he was pretty good the whole time.
Him and Coop are pretty solid the whole
Ask
time.
me questions I know the answers to. No.
Apparently you know everything, so.
I can't reach into his brain.
Oh,
Okay.
Anyway,
So what was the other ones you had? Biggest disappointment?
What is the biggest disappointment, biggest surprise? Biggest disappointment. It doesn't have to be a rider. It could
Justin
be
Barsha.
You think Barsha's going to be the biggest disappointment?
Yep.
Why?
I think there's going to be a whole bunch of hype for not a lot of results.
Okay.
you want to know my biggest disappointment?
Yeah, sure.
Dylan Ferrandis.
Why?
Just kind of the reasons I touched on when we were talking about him earlier in the show.
Mine's Malcolm Stewart. I think Malcolm
Weird.
is the biggest disappointment. Because you talk about him, hey, he wants to make it through the whole season. Now he's going to try to uncork it. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on him to be heat race Mookie. And I think that he...
We all win when Heat Race Mookie shows up.
But that's the thing, though.
We
I
all
don't think
win.
heat race
Either
Mookie-
way.
I don't think heat race Mookie's going to show up, though. I think he's going to implode.
Do we see James on a bike?
Never.
Any kind of video of James on a bike?
That'd be awesome.
Gas.
Gas.
Monkey.
What was the other one you had?
Oh, biggest surprise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my biggest surprise is going to be... you want to go first?
Roxon retires at the end of the year.
Okay.
Shane McElrath. Season-long performance.
Really going for that low-hanging fruit, huh?
Rookie of the year.
Low-hanging
Really? You think he's rookie of the year? All right.
Nope.
I could see that.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a hard argument.
You're like, yeah.
Rookie of the year goes between Sexton and McElrath.
Oh, my
Oh,
biggest-
wait. That's right. I forgot Sexton's a rookie in the 450
And he
Supercross.
raced outdoors.
Never mind. False. Fake news.
Max Anstey. My biggest surprise? 8 race winners. 8 guys win races.
That would not surprise me at all, actually.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
you'd be a little shocked on that.
No.
See, but
Why? Because you just loaded up hot with Osborne, AC, and
Who did-
Sexton.
who did-
okay, so these are my race winners, and I'm not saying all these guys. Like, I think only a few of them win multiple races.
All right, let's both count our
Okay,
fingers.
so I think
Hang on.
Eli, Coop, Kenny.
I got a list.
I think AC. I think Barsha. I think Anderson. I think Frenchie. And then who was my last one? Who was my last one? Who else was there?
You never said Kenny.
Marv.
Justin
No, I
Hill.
said Kenny.
Oh.
Kenny and Marv.
Justin Hill.
Not Justin Hill.
That was 9.
Was it? No.
I didn't hear you say
Eli, Kenny, Coop, Marv, Anderson, Barsha, Frenchie, and then who was my last one? I just had somebody.
I don't know. Do you want me to tell you all the guys that are rolling on that list, or
Did I say Barsha already? I had 8 guys. I had 8 guys winning races.
it would surprise me?
I had 8
But
guys winning races. Because I know the only guys you're going to take off, you're going to take 2 off, and you're going to put Osborne and Sexton.
I don't think Marv's gonna. No, I don't think Sexton's gonna win a race. To be really.
Oh, you
honest.
don't?
No.
Okay. Oh,
Like I said, podium.
Never mind.
That was
All
a
right.
ceiling.
All right.
Podium. Osborne, yes.
I got
Marv.
a list on here.
I figure you're going to take Marv, and
Marv.
you're going to take Frenchie off.
Yep.
And you're going to put Osborne.
Osborne in there. So I would do like 6 or 7.
Okay.
Which is still gonna be a good year.
But see, that's the crazy thing, though, is out of 17 rounds, if you have 7 to 8 guys winning, but the only guys for me that win more than one race is the big 3, Coop, Kenny, and Eli, and I think AC has the possibility to win multiple races.
I'm nervous that Kenny's not gonna win multiple races.
I'm nervous.
But multiple could be 2.
Well, yeah, I know. That's,
So-
I've made that point too. When you fucks were going at me, I made that point. Like, I'm gonna win that $20 because you're gonna win 2 races. You know, whatever.
So, yeah, I mean,
Did you figure that out?
yeah, I was just looking at the list there.
Okay.
Everybody was on there except for Hill. He's going to win a race.
Martine's going to win a
So
race.
dumb.
I should go to Vegas, make a bet on that.
J-Law's just going to come out swinging.
All right, we've been going for like almost 3 hours.
So
now,
is there anything else that you guys want to touch on? So we got biggest surprises,
No.
biggest disappointments.
Title
Okay.
winners,
Any guesses on where bag it is?
Antarctica.
I think the UFOs. Yes, Antarctica.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. We could talk about that for hours.
Trying to find a cure for his baldness.
Not that.
Who's going to have the lit kit every week?
Oh,
Oh, I
God.
don't know.
Oh, definitely not sexing in that basketball
That could
get up.
change.
Oh, you know he's going to have the... Well,
I saw the 20 and 21 Fox stuff. It looks pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah, I hate Fox, so I don't want to agree with that.
And
FXR.
and my previous
Cody
job,
Shack.
RIP. Well, yeah. Their stuff don't look bad this year, man. MCR team looks pretty good.
Thor stuff's gonna look good.
Thor always looks like butt cheeks, dude. It ain't
I like
03 and
Thor.
04 no
He's
more.
The core.
It ain't 04 no more.
The core, the face stuff.
Dude, the stuff Pastrana was in back in the day.
Yeah, I had a set of that. I had the Nico gear too.
Or the
I had the Nico gear, the Pastrana gear, and the MC
it was
gear.
the pump gear. Whatever.
I had the red and white MC gear
Yeah.
that he wore when he was on the two-stroke. The link kit, that's a good question. I
You
don't
have
know
that stuff? I just saw somebody
have
online
it.
looking for a set. They wanted to buy it.
I lost the pants, but I still have the jersey somewhere.
Rough.
You want to make some money?
Anyway, okay,
Sell
cool.
it for 500 bucks.
So, this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, episode 150, now complete, wrapped up. 450 2021 season preview in the books. Make sure to check out our sponsors, TLR Coatings for your custom powder coating needs, Premier Custom Trailers for your custom trailer needs.
Custom.
We're all about custom. I'm only getting sponsors that customize shit on the show. Anyway, we will be picking up a Premier Custom Trailer in the spring here, so y'all can check that video out soon enough. Make sure to go check out all the other videos if you want to know what our thoughts are on the 2021 250 teams. We have 2 episodes up with that going on it. Make sure to
ignore
like,
the super pixelated pictures.
yeah, make sure to like, comment,
Those are terrible.
and subscribe.
The old Pro
Comment
Circuit
down
picture.
below with your thoughts on 2021 race winners, 2021 title contenders, disappointments, whole 9 yards. Chat it up with us. Follow us on all the major social media networks.
Subscribe to my channel.
Look for the fantasy talk before the first round.
Podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. I think that's it. I'm done talking. My throat hurts.
Boys, I'm going to
We're
work your ass in
out.
fantasy.
We will see you
Again.
guys
Again!
after
that.
H1.